console Q&A, ayy. We at the 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 console Q&A, ayy. This the console Q&A, ayy. Look. Submit your songs, submit your songs. Good or bad, right or wrong. Played a new song for my friends, but I don't know what they'll say. So I think before I'll send, hit up console Q&A. Sax for me one time. Q&A, ayy. We at the console 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 Q&A, ayy. This the console Q&A, ayy. Look. Submit your songs, submit your songs. Good or bad, right or wrong. Played a new song for my friends, but I don't know what they'll say. So I think before I'll send, hit up console Q&A. Console Q&A. Console Q&A. We at the console Q&A. We at the console Q&A. We at the console Q&A. Give me sax for me one time. We at the console Q&A, ayy. 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 This the console Q&A, ayy. Look. Submit your songs, submit your songs. Good or bad, right or wrong. Played a new song for my friends, but I don't know what they'll say. So I think before I'll send, hit up console Q&A. Console Q&A. Console Q&A.
sax for me one time.
my friends don't know me. Girl, you used to be my homie. Left me with a dream, she told me. Even the dreams get lonely. Left me here at 3 in the morning, questioning all the things you told me. I lost me a little moment. Baby, if you need it, show it. And if you ever need it or want it, I got you notice. And if you ever home alone and need a little company, ask me right over. Baby, I'll be right over. Invite me right over. I said I know we ain't on the same page no more. And that's a shame that we used to be so close. Yes, I'm down and I'm drowning in my sorrows, baby. Hey, yeah, you don't miss me, babe. I'm already trying to convince me, babe. Could be somebody else since me, baby. Think I might do the same, don't tempt me, baby. Hit the party and get friendly, tell me there's no pain. Yes, you tell me there's no pain.
We're spending too much time alone.
Spending too much time alone.
And I just ran out of closure.
Horses gallop to a flow.
Behaving like teenagers.
Yes, we're behaving like teenagers. Still inside of heaven's home.
I don't live in them.
I don't live in Denver.
I grew up in Sierra Leone.
Hoping skies will keep you home. Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone.
If it's an intuition that I be getting up in it. Getting this shit feeling different. Shit feeling too good to be listening. Shit for real. The sunlight, in the day. Bring back the dawn. In the day. Baby, to the night. My God is reaching for your nipple 'cause it's kinda heavy. Tonight I lay it
What a shame. If you were mine, you would not get the same. If you were mine, you would top everything. Suicide in the trap, switching lanes and the things go five, 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 and the things go five, go five, go five, go five, and the things go five. You would top everything. Suicide in the drop, switching lanes, and the things go five, 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 then the things go five, go five, go five, go five, and the things go five, go five, go five, go five, and the things go five, go five, go five, go five, and the things go five.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Welcome to the world. Shouts out to everybody who was tuned in. This is a Consult Q&A show.
Yes.
With the man John Q, and we have Alex.
It's me, Alex A.
Hanging out today. 1 second as I go through this and no longer pay attention to it for the rest of the stream.
What are you working on?
No, it's just all the messages that I haven't looked at today. For the most part, just sorting the notifications of like Amazon thinks you'll like the, turning all those
turn
off,
off all
and
that bullshit.
leaving the ones I haven't responded to. So when I'm done, they will be there and I can respond back. But yeah, man, what's going on with everybody? Welcome to the stream. We're hanging out today. Glad you guys are joining us. It's a lot of you guys in here early. What's going on? What's happening with the weather?
Yeah.
We got. Oh, never mind. Losing y'all now.
We called them out.
Yeah.
They got scared.
Well, if you are joining us and you are capable and you want to, make sure you throw a wave in the chat room so we can shout you out and we'll know that you're there. If you're just hanging out, watching, listening in the background, that is always cool too. Hope you guys are enjoying this unreleased mix right here. I have not released this mix yet, so you guys are getting a super exclusive to it.
Hyper sneak peek.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna release it in like 2 weeks to help with the K-Trade promotion. Because in 2 weeks we will be 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
Roughly, no, because it's the 50th. So we're about 3 weeks away.
That's crazy.
Yeah, about 27 days or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then that's the same for Art Blitz though, and it's just two completely different worlds with what's going on the behind the scenes with both of those.
One is doing
fantastically
well,
and one is just on track to break even as usual.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's one of those nail biters where it's like, are we gonna break even? And what's crazy is like there's such two different events, but I haven't been able to figure it out with Art Blitz marketing yet. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe I think it's just like the last minute. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to this type of thing instead of while like K-Trade. There's the risk of selling out. So
the two different feels of pressure.
Yeah. And I do early birds with Art Blitz early, but I don't let them last long just because of how much Art Blitz costs to do. But yeah. But shouts out to everybody who's hanging out. Alex, how you doing, man? What's been going on with you? Anything new?
What has happened in the last week? I had band practice on Friday.
What instrument were you playing?
I play guitar. That's what I do. Play guitar.
You weren't playing the bass guitar.
No, I don't play bass anymore. I used to. When I first moved to Orlando and I was in a bunch of bands then, I played bass. And then I stopped.
Why is that?
Because I got better at guitar.
Oh, okay. That's it. So bass is like entry-level person?
I mean, you can...
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of. Kind of. You can go down the rabbit hole of becoming a good bass player. There's no doubt about that. But if you're just like a guitar player who's like, I want to be in a band,
You'll start with bass.
be a bass player. Yeah,
Okay.
it's like guaranteed you'll be in a band. And then I'd say, geez, at some point I just stopped playing bass and started playing guitar again. That's how that went.
Okay, you don't ever whip the bass out and go boom, 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 boom.
Ba-doo, 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 boo. Woo.
Do the Seinfeld thing.
You know that's a keyboard, right?
Is it? It's not a. It's not an actual
It's
bass
not.
that they're
No.
slapping.
I mean, there are bass players now that can play it, but no, it's a keyboard.
Oh.
But yeah, played with there's a girl going through the program who's a phenomenal keyboard player, like phenomenal keyboard player.
I think it was one of my old students.
Eileen.
I think so. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know. She came out. She wears glasses,
Sure.
long straight hair.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 Venezuelan or
Something like that.
Argentine.
Argentine. Yeah.
Or Chile. It's one of those.
One of those.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Ecuadorian,
Yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Peru.
I don't know. If she's watching it somewhere. down here.
But
she's also I like her because she wants to know.
she
things.
wants to know and she wants to do things. So
Yeah.
She was the one who like came and was like, so you guys play music on Friday? And I was like, yeah. She's like, do you want to jam? And I was like, fuck yeah. So
Yeah, she's a musician. She's like a nerd.
So we
That's
like
the best way to explain.
no,
it.
it is. I think is in the music world, if you call somebody a nerd, that's a compliment. But like we got her on one of the because we got one of the newer like Ober something synths, you know,
The Oppenheimers.
Oppenheimer synths, yeah,
The Robert Oppenheimer.
Manhattan Project synth, yeah.
That's what all the names of Sims sound like. They are a bomb, or they're a project for a
A
bomb.
Moog.
The Moog Synhelier. Helios.
the Moog Synhelios.
Yeah.
Nuclear weapon.
Yeah. Let me turn this off so we can stop lagging because my computer. I don't know. I didn't realize how old this computer was until I started looking at new computers, and I'm like, man, look at my processor.
Dude, like, what year is it?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's because the Windows. I feel like Windows keeps updating, and then it keeps utilizing so much resources that like what you could normally do, and then every other program keeps updating too.
Yeah.
And then what you could normally do, you can't do anymore because it's like running so many different modules.
I don't. That's the problem with Windows is that it's just modular things inside of it.
Yeah, and so it's just like it bogs down your processor because like your processor is like trying to run everything, and then all the new processors have like 30 threads and 50 cores, while this is I don't even remember.
At least 6.
I think it's 8.
Is it an AMD?
Yeah, I think it's an 8 core, which was at the time like great.
Man, I remember when I had.
And now things are running 24, 32
Yeah.
cores.
Yep. Everything's moving to the ARM system. So, yeah, no, I remember back in the day when I had a AMD 6 core and it was like fucking hot as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this, I'll have to look it up and just compare because the ones I've been looking at, they're like 24 core
That's
Intel
crazy.
9 whatever, and there's like it'll have 6 core running at 5 gigahertz and then 8 cores running at like 5.7, and I'm like, I think this clock's at 8 core 2.7.
Yeah.
So
And that's it's the speed is what makes it good.
yeah. And then I guess that's like parallel processing with it because it's like 6 do this and then
Yeah.
the other 8 or whatever do this or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know. So that's an interesting thing. I've been looking up the stuff trying to figure out what I want, and all the prices are very expensive. Luckily, my laptops pay for themselves
Yeah.
over time.
It's a good thing.
But sheesh.
Why is my phone just eating battery?
Yeah, we're looking at between like $1,200 to $2,000 for a laptop now.
Is that with tariffs?
I don't know. It's from B&H, where I've been mostly looking on B&H because I haven't really found any other. I haven't dug into any other websites yet.
Is it B&H that you can get a professor discount?
Can you?
I believe so.
Can you?
I believe so. Have a look.
How does one go about?
I have no idea.
Do you
but
email them? Is this a Joseph question?
Is this a Joseph question? It might be.
If that is plausible, that will take off tax if it's like 10%.
Yeah, it would make it slightly more manageable.
Yeah, that's cool.
With tariffs.
With tariffs.
That's the new question, right? With tariffs or without?
I think they notify you if it has tariff. No, they don't, do they?
They just factor it in because that's the genius of, we're just raise tariffs. Why are we here right now? This is so fucking insane.
On B&H, it does say like there's no shipping to China, Russia, Venezuela. It says that shipping's restricted there because I guess America, due to Trump's personal vendettas after killing people in the water, is
or something.
Yeah, it's I guess we're refusing to trade. It's illegal to ship things there now.
I don't fucking know.
For
anymore.
What gain is he trying to have?
That is the question. It's just such a stupid power struggle.
Mm-hmm. And what I feel is like America's wasting so much time that it's falling behind with where the actual, or maybe not. Maybe it's just what we see. Maybe behind the scenes they are working on like a lot of the cyber stuff, and
I doubt that. I really doubt that.
That's the hopium.
That's the hopium. You know, it was like, I don't know. Maybe because of the way that like, we got to protect our crypto, and the way that we do that is we have actual cybersecurity.
I have a theory with what happened with AWS. Now it's not based on anything or grounded in anything.
Fantastic.
But I have a theory that they were actually like it was a hack and somebody took it down.
Oh yeah. I could go with that.
But they're not saying anything. And the reason why I think that is because how slow they were to say anything, and then their whole like, it's internal, we're working on it, and then they left it at that, and then it's like everything's resolved after 24 hours. And I think that was somebody testing to see if they could do it. Mm-hmm. Which, if now there is an attack on AWS that takes out 36% of our websites.
Well, they just learned that, and apps, we can't have school. Yeah. We literally cannot have school.
And then other than that is Microsoft has Azure.
Azure, yep.
Yeah. So I think they're at like 19%, and then the other percent is like. But what it exposed is we don't have servers and stuff. A lot of that's China does though.
I mean, we have areas where we have servers, but
but they're controlled by two companies for the most part.
Yeah, basically.
And then China has a whole bunch of backups, and then also exposed that a lot of these companies do not have backup plans. They don't have their own backup servers or own any of their servers to back up to.
Yeah.
AWS goes out. I think Robinhood was struggling. I think Coinbase you couldn't buy, sell, or trade. That's crypto.
Yeah, that's crypto.
Roblox was out.
A shitload of the streaming services were out.
I mean, mostly on the East Coast because it was an East Coast failure of one server on the East Coast. Essentially, was the failure.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's this one. Conspiracy. I have my tinfoil hat on right now.
We really should start raising chickens. Yes.
I mean, yeah, and then if you do in America, you get the farmer's discount on your taxes.
We've been doing it wrong this whole time.
Yeah, you get you can make your land as farmland or something like that, and then you get a whole bunch of tax discounts.
That's wild. That's amazing.
Yeah, everybody probably should get those tax write-offs.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I do like about Seattle is that Seattle, there is no lawns. It's just everybody has a garden.
Is it legal to grow? It's front yards, right?
Everybody's front yard. There is no grass there. There's only gardens.
Isn't it illegal in some states to have a garden in your front yard? It can only be in your backyard or something like that
I
because
feel
of
like
HOAs.
Florida
and
is
stuff.
one of them. Yeah. And I think that's like the only one good thing that DeSantis ever did was make laws to make HOAs back off.
Yeah, I saw he was trying to do stuff, but I don't know what happened with it.
He passed. They passed. Like,
Oh, okay.
people can it used to be like if you had like a work van, you had to park it in like a driveway. You could park it on the street, and like all these little knick-knack bullshit things like that where they're like, this is out of control. So they may pass laws to rein in the HOAs.
So government now regulates HOAs when HOAs was supposed to be their own neighborhood governments.
I mean, but it's exact like that. So that's the whole thing. I'm the VP on mine, as unhappy as I am about that. I don't do anything. I legitimately don't do anything. I'm the VP. We have a treasurer. We have the secretary. I don't do anything. Like, the president handles everything. I do not do anything.
Well, that's how government works.
Yeah, that's how government works. I'm literally the vice president. So, but the whole concept, like it's very revealing to the whole concept of what an HOA is supposed to do, which is basically make it so that way the local government doesn't have to take care of mowing the lawn or like taking care of the sidewalks or taking care of like the lighting in the neighborhood. It's the HOA, and then that's one less thing that the government has to do. That's the concept of what an HOA is.
And then they got so power hungry because all the narcissistic people wanted to be there, and they also had no lives. So they wanted to.
True, though.
They wanted to police. I mean, every neighborhood has that one person who is batshit crazy who wants to police.
And they just walk
everything.
around and have nothing to do all day. Like, where do you go during the day?
It's like, go get a hobby. Why are you making everybody's life and everybody's everything else your hobby? Like, why are people like that? Watch Perfect Neighbor on YouTube, Netflix. That happened in Ocala. I know people in the Netflix series.
Jesus.
Yeah. I went to high school with some of those people.
I don't know.
I was in a rap group with one of the people's in.
Really?
Yeah. He's only in it, but his girlfriend's in it for a lot. Well, she's in it a few places, but
that's
he's in
wild.
it talking to the cops at one point. But
that's wild. Oh, that's so crazy.
You'd love for the government to mow your lawn. The government barely mows its own lawn.
That's true.
Look at the interstates.
That's true.
Then they would just send prisoners out there.
That's also true.
Free labor, and then the prisoners, they'll come like once every 3 months because they're in 24-hour lockdown half the time, inhumane conditions. So they'll come once. It'll be like once or twice a year, and then what happens since all the prisons are becoming privatized? Your taxes will go up to pay the prisoner's warden, and also give more incentives for more mass incarceration, so that your lawn could get mowed more frequent. Mm-hmm. So then they'll change,
and then the jail can get more money for the
Then they'll do what DeSantis is doing and make a whole bunch of petty things into criminalized jail time crimes. Like, do you know Florida just passed where if you have a block or if you have something disguising or like blocking your tail or covering your license plate, it's now a jailable offense. Jesus up to 30 days in jail. Jeez. So I have a clear cover on the back of my car, and that's technically now, I think in October or something like that, or probably already have it. I don't know. October 30, I don't know. It is now a jailable offense, even though mine's is clear. In other states, you can have it because it's to protect your tag.
Yeah. I would imagine in states with like salt, where they salt the...
Yeah.
Where it's like that actually protects your tag from getting rusted through.
Yep. But yeah, now it's a jailable up to 30 days in jail.
Instead of them just being like, hey, take that off.
Yeah.
That's wild.
So that's what you'll see happening if the government mowed your lawn. You'll get more of that. So incarceration rates can go up, and Yeah. And that will help feed, the government
Feed the government.
in this prison industrial complex. But I don't know anything. These are conspiracy theories. I know nothing. Okay. Yeah. So submission wise, it looks like we got one, which is Petrol Lane.
Oh, Brody's Inn's here. What's up, Brody's
Yeah.
Inn?
What's up? What's going on, sir? We're just talking about mass incarceration. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
So one submission today, and somebody hit me up trying to come through. I highly doubt that's going to happen, but yeah. So we'll see if we get a guest today. I don't think so, because they hit me up and was like, "When is the show?" And I was like, 8:30, and it was at like 8:00.
My bad.
Yeah, I don't know. Hit a mower and get a fine. Yeah, I mean, shouldn't be hitting those prisoners.
What's up, Deidre? Shouldn't be hitting. Those prisoners shouldn't be hitting people to go to prison for.
Exactly. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
But yeah.
So what's everybody on tonight, man? Like yesterday I was sitting and I was like, man, what happens on Tuesdays anymore?
What happens on Tuesdays?
I know there was a comedy night, but that ends at like 10 p.m. Like Tuesdays used to be a night where it was just like, I miraculously don't work today. There's things I can go do. But I feel like after COVID, Tuesdays have like completely died.
Just take it out of the week and add it onto the weekend.
I don't know. But
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday.
I don't know. Mondays are usually industry nights where everything is closed. Tuesdays, things open back up, but they close earlier. And then it's just like, well, where do you go? What lounge or anything where it's like, I don't want to spend a lot of money. Mm-hmm. I just want to sit somewhere that's a different view than my living room and my back porch.
I hear that.
And it's like, where can you go?
In Orlando, nowhere.
Yeah,
everything's closed.
Yeah, I was like, on Tuesday, there used to be places you could go to.
That's my whole gripe with like when like an actual like cool establishment, like what was the place that we went to that it was like right when we were starting to do the Consult Q&A thing, and they asked you to be like a judge for like a beat battle or like a something or other.
That was a gamer bar thing. They bulldozed that building.
But that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So you took a place.
That would have been a cool spot to hang out on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday, right? And that was like a cool concept, and that was like a cool thing. And then they turned it into just fucking places that are open from 9 in the morning until 7 at night. And then that's all you get out of it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's happened to Orlando. Is a lot of these places that were like, yeah, we'll make it an arcade that's open till 2, and then they're like, nah, we're just gonna make it a McDonald's.
Yeah, but it's like not even those. Like that was different feel of an arcade, because it's like you had in the front side you had people playing tabletop,
right? In
the back you had the bar, and then you had also like the games. It wasn't arcade; it was like Nintendo 64, Super
right?
Nintendo. So that was still chill.
Yeah.
It didn't have no nice view. They did have a patio outside, so if you wanted to hang out on the patio. Yeah, but they had tables and chairs out there, but yeah.
I will never know this because the place is fucking demolished.
Yeah, but it's like now there's there are like arcade places. There's stuff on iDrive, but it's like you don't want to mix with the iDrive crowd.
Yeah. Plus, no, I agree.
But there are places on iDrive. If you go there, your drink is $25. You got to walk 40 miles from, not 40, but there's a parking garage that you got to pay to park in.
Yeah.
Unless you know the spots. And then you got to deal with tourists. But that's where a lot of that stuff is at now. And it's like, and then also you got to drive over there. And it's like, you don't want to really drive over to iDrive.
Pass.
Then there's some spots like you can go, but they're like, bars outside, like AC Sky Bar is a place where I used to go on Tuesdays, and I'd sit up there and have a little drink by myself. But it's far. Well, I mean, it's downtown, and then the drink is like $15 for a Jack and Coke, $17 for a Jack and Coke just because it's a downtown Sky Bar.
Yeah.
And then the food is not bad price. It's like $22 for a burger, which is kind of insane. But yeah, stuff like that pisses me off.
Yeah. But that's, yeah. Yeah.
But I get it. I do get it. But it's like, it pisses me off because I'm like, I can make a burger better.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can get 8 of them for $22.
Right. Pre-shaped.
Yeah. Like, and it will come out juicier.
Yeah.
And like everything will just be better.
Yep.
I can get fries for like $3 that go with all 8 of my burgers. That's first world problems I'm complaining about right here. Like, I can get 8 burgers. But Brody Zen is at work BSing. What are you doing for work, sir? Is it in the music industry?
Are you making burgers? For $22 a burger.
That is allegedly a Full Sail job. Once you get out of Full Sail and you start working at McDonald's, that's a job in the music industry. I think they just got like a lawsuit for that.
They did.
Yeah.
They did.
But everybody knew it for the longest time. I was like, I didn't know you could get a lawsuit for it.
Statement that you just made is absolutely wild. McDonald's is technically the music industry according to Full Sail.
Yeah. Brody Zen said, I wish I'm taking care of mentally disabled clients. That's the music industry as well. Half everybody in it.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah, you probably got some musicians amongst you. You could probably make some songs. It's probably come out fire as hell, too.
Yeah.
You got some savants and stuff in there. Playing the piano like Ray Charles.
Oh, my God.
A whole bunch of people in there with perfect pitch.
They've had their whole lives.
Just go in a room and be like, do, re, mi, fa, so, and just see if anybody like completes it. See what notes they hit.
Oh, man.
Start passing out basses and saxophones. And
You're creating a super group.
they're barely sentient. Jesus Christ. So it's one of those places. Well, you doing an overnight shift where you got to kind of be more like security, which is unfortunate. But you know, when it's like severely disabled clients, like it's like you're more like security where they will they will beat you up
just to make sure that just making sure they don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. That's a long ass shift.
That is long.
Do you feel like you're becoming slowly mentally disabled? And this is not even being it's not even being funny, because when you have interviews or you talk to police officers who work in a jail, you're like, do you feel like you're doing time with them?
Oh.
And some of them, and like
question.
mentally, some of them feel that way.
Get me out.
Yeah.
Because they're just as trapped technically, because they have to be in the place watching these people that are in the place.
Yeah, and then you get the Stanford prison experiment where it's like, you know, the ideology, at least they kind of get to go home, but somebody who's been in there for 20 years, 30 years, that is their home. And if you've been working there for 10 years, you're spending more time there than you are at home, because you're doing 12-hour shifts. And then you sleep for 6 hours, 7 hours.
No thanks. No thanks.
Yeah. So Brody, you say you hate that job. Why'd you get it, if you don't mind us going down this rabbit hole? Brody Sen says, bruh, yes, not because these guys, but my job is so easy and mundane that I get nothing out of this experience. Somebody with a 5th grade education could do this job. Do they require you to have a bachelor's though?
Do they require more than a 5th grade education?
Do they require like a bat? Oh no, they don't. Okay.
Are you just doing this for resume purposes?
Yeah. Why are you doing? Is it like, hey, I needed a job that paid decent? Does it pay decent? I got this job until I found a job in the industry. What job are you looking for in the industry, and you have not gone to Live Sound? You're in isn't he in Tennessee?
Tennessee-ish.
Yeah. Why are you not doing Live Sound or working in a sound warehouse or anything like that, or at a bar doing like front of house?
Yeah.
A bar. Like any venue. Like they don't have a House of Blues there. They don't have I mean House of Blues is more corp.
Like you could still get like a.
They don't have an
live
arena?
sound gig.
Yeah,
They don't have
an
that's an
arena,
honest question.
or they don't have any small tech companies who are doing like corporate gigs. They don't have like a LMG there. They don't have a
Rhino.
Rhino Staging isn't there or something like that.
He's like writing this down right now.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
mean,
hold
he
on.
should-
I'll answer you after I read all these things.
Your school didn't do you service, brother.
Yeah, that's a true statement.
If they didn't give you the whole "this is the jobs you can get into" talk. They definitely do in Nashville, but where I'm at, I haven't found much on job boards. Where are you? Sounds like you might need to move to civilization, brother.
Oh,
Y'all don't have any clubs or bars there? Because you can get in a live sound at a club or lighting.
yeah.
Or, man, it might be better to just be a club security guard.
If
Are
you're
they
out in the
shooting?
middle of nowhere.
Yeah, are they shooting a lot there? You're in Smyrna, Tennessee, about 40 minutes south of Nashville. I've never heard of that. I've only heard of New Smyrna Beach. I wonder if the same person discovered it.
So they landed in New Smyrna.
I
started
call
walking
this
north.
place New Smyrna Beach. After I landed in Boston and moved from Boston to Tennessee and founded Smyrna, Tennessee, and now I'm over here with my family on the beach coast, and I call this place New Smyrna.
I will call it New Smyrna.
Yeah, if Crow was here, he would be able to look it up.
Yeah, I saw him last night. Smyrna. Let's see.
It's spelled the same way.
I think so too, which is a weird way to spell it.
It is.
Smyrna, Georgia.
Oh, so he was making his way down from Tennessee. Why should there be like a Smyrna, Boston? Because that's where he landed, and then he like participated in a tea party. You're planning on moving back to Memphis. That's terrible. Memphis next summer, so I'm not too worried about it right now. I'm just going to save money and get things started in Memphis. Like, what is in Memphis? Isn't Memphis doing worse? Isn't Tennessee just terrible outside of Nashville? I don't know. Let me know, because all I hear is Tennessee sucks, except for Nashville, downtown Nashville.
Yeah, basically, it's Smyrna, Tennessee. Here we go. Smyrna. It's more southeast than it is south. It's in between Nashville and Murfreesboro. It's like directly in between them.
Yeah, 40 minutes would be like going from here to Claremont.
40 minutes would be like going from Orlando to Orlando.
Yeah, for real. Like, yeah, it'd be like going out to Kissimmee.
I mean, I feel like Kissimmee is like an hour and a half drive.
I mean, I think a lot of people commute out, about 30 minutes to an hour living in Orlando to like
to
jobs.
go to Orlando.
So Brody's in. I mean, if you got a car.
Get on in there.
Memphis kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I want to work at a studio out there and go from there. Don't you know studio jobs are like dead, man? This is serious, and I'm not even joking. Like, I'm not trying to discourage you from your dream. But I highly recommend you get into live sound and then keep the dream of working in a studio. Because even if you work in a studio, you're going to need another job. You're going to need a live sound gig or a tech gig or something like that. Because studio, unless you got the flavor like a barbershop, like a fire barbershop chair or whatever, you're a good barber and everybody wants to come to you, the studio job is going to suck. And they're not paying hourly rates. They're going to pay you by you getting clients in and you
slipping some of that back to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was so blown away to find out that that's how Plush runs.
That's how every studio runs. It's a smart business
but
plan.
it's like Plush brings in like
Interns.
30 to 40 interns, and they all need to bring in artists or else they won't be interns. Like, that's fucking free labor. Insane. Absolutely insane.
Those interns' whole job is to sell studio time to their friends.
To their friends, exactly.
But at least some places will pay you a percentage of that. Those interns are unpaid. You know, they get to work on the sessions for the artists that they book. They get to be in the
Somebody
room.
else, comes in, yeah.
What would I suggest you try to do? Live sound. If you want to get in the industry as quick as possible and make a living,
wage, yeah.
a little bit of a living, live sound.
You can go
man.
up from there, but it's a good starting point.
So, like I was saying, you don't have any clubs. Even if you can't get on in a club as the sound tech, you can get on as like security or stagehand if they do concerts. Start at stagehand and then move up from there. If you guys got to have an arena, they're gonna have some stagehands on call at the arena, because when most companies come to your state, there's usually incentives to hire people in that state. So they will either reach out to private companies or there's staffing companies. There's so many, man. I would say start going around looking. Even if in Smyrna, I'm sure I'm sure you got a venue there. There has to be a small dive bar or something like that does like bands and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they have a sound tech and a stagehand. You can go in there and be like, hey, you guys need any help? I can do sound. And then from there, at least now you're coming to contact with musicians and stuff. And then you can be like, hey, I work at this studio if you guys want to ever record. But I highly recommend the live field if you want to transition out of working with mental patients to working with different mental patients.
It's truly a different type of mental patient. Yeah.
Can't recommend it anymore, man. Because honestly, that's how I got out of working sales. I got a live sound gig, and I worked that and worked sales at the same time, because live sound at first is very inconsistent. But once you get good, or once you're reliable, you start getting called back more. And then there's busy seasons. Mm-hmm. So it got to the point. And then so I was working sales making this is how long ago it was. Sales, I was working there for 3 years and was only making, and I was the assistant manager making $9 and something an hour. But, you had little commissions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it averaged out to $9.80 an hour, something stupid like that. And then my first gig, my gig here that I got here, I was doing a show at the venue, and I was DJing that show. And then it was downtime. And so the manager, the stage manager, was just like, me and him were talking. And I was like, man, y'all need any help? I know how to do. I was like, I can do stagehand stuff. I've worked, I do a lot of this stuff. And they were like, yeah, man, actually, you come. Can you come in? Can you come to the office with me right now? So went back to the office, and they were like, hey, whatever. So I was like, all right, everything's cool. And then they were like, you can come in tomorrow. And I was like, all right.
And then it happened.
And that started at $15 an hour at the time.
That's a big increase.
A huge increase from sales. And it was just stagehand stuff. And what was cool was it was the stagehand gig where they don't cut you. So you would get 15 an hour, and then you would do overtime, after 8 hours, but they wouldn't cut you. And most shows you would be on for 10 hours. So
making that money.
Yeah, it turned out to be good. And then after a few months of doing both, I had told the job, I was like, all right, I don't need this anymore. And then, but I got Valencia around that time too. Mm-hmm. So that, it was the full foot out. I got to move into the industry fully.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, the only thing, my only saving grace was the fact that I graduated and then there was a job opening in the department. Yeah. I immediately started working in the studio.
Yeah, Brody's End says, I've been looking for any job in general, job boards, and it has been crickets. What are job boards? Are you talking about LinkedIn all of those type of things, like the online ones.
I feel like it's all like such a scam.
Me too.
Who was it?
Yeah, those I don't
remember.
man. I feel those suck. Like I think you got to just Google companies.
And just start reaching out.
Yeah, honestly, Facebook which is crazy, but there's Facebook groups. So if you look up like Smyrna, Tennessee sound techs or something on Facebook, there's probably, or Live Sound, or I would have to look at Facebook to see. They're all very similar names, but it's where you are and what city you're in. And it'll be like Smyrna, Tennessee, live sound technicians or stagehands or crew work or something like that. Stagehand crew or show. There's one like show. I think it's stagehand. I think it's like Stagehands of Orlando.
Yeah.
So there might be Stagehands of Smyrna, Tennessee. And there's people posting gigs in there. They're like, hey, got a gig next week, need 2 hands. It pays $200 day rate, 8-hour day.
Boom, 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 boom.
Boom. And then you can just start hitting them up. But when you get into these guys' call logs, now that's freelancing.
But that's just the whole thing. Like you do one, maybe it's kind of like you feel slightly underpaid, but then now you're in their call logs. And then they'll just be like, hey, we got this going on. Like you're easy to work with. So now you're somebody to reach out to.
And then Petrolane says it depends on what you're looking for and the demand. I mean, on those job boards, isn't there just a bunch of sales positions where they're like, hey, you got to sell a bunch of things and then we'll think about paying you?
Hard pass.
Or, hey, send us all your Social Security information and then we'll think about doing an interview?
Don't do that, by the way.
They made LinkedIn and Indeed seem like the standard for job searching, but it is not great. I have never even gotten a call back from LinkedIn or Indeed ever. Ever. I know people who get interviewed after like putting in hundreds on LinkedIn and Indeed. They'll get like one interview and then they'll go to like 2 interviews and then that company will like ghost them. Because I think companies do it to like check a checkbox to say that, oh, we put this position up, but we already know who we're going to hire for it, but we're just putting it up so that we don't get hit with a discrimination thing. And then Petrolane says, all my jobs have been from Indeed. In the medical field, in the like the health and medical field, maybe. I can understand health field. Because I think I got some friends who got jobs as nurses and stuff off of Indeed. And the tech field, cybersecurity. There's a lot of company. Off of LinkedIn, I know people get jobs off of for tech, and I know people who got jobs in sales off of LinkedIn.
I was gonna say sales because I remember that Mark. One of the guys that I used to work with, he would always get hit up by Indeed because he was a really good salesperson.
Yeah. I can't imagine myself back in sales. Selling something I have no care about.
And just having to hype people.
Yeah.
Because that's what happened to him. He ended up at like Sprint. And then like a year later, he was like manager of the store. Because he was just like selling shit that he didn't give a shit about. So he was just like, yeah, just buy the phones. People buy the phones. And then eventually they gave him his own store. That's why he lives in Melbourne now.
Well, Brody, something else that you can do is start looking into real estate. Look into getting your real estate license. I mean, I know everybody says it like it's easy, but real estate, you really got to sell. You got to put yourself out there. I mean,
yeah.
You got to have a network. You got to constantly be grinding. But when you sell one house and you make your 15% off of all of that $700, $300, $400, $500,000 loan that they're taking out, you're pretty good. Sell 5 houses in a month. You're good for maybe 6 months.
Yeah.
Financially.
Yeah.
But if you're working underneath somebody, I think they take a percent of your percent.
They do. Yep. The people that sold our house, that managed that whole process, I didn't know this until later, but like the girl who like would drive around to the houses and like show us.
She's
all the
making like
houses.
3%.
She's the daughter of the person who's managing it, so they just have the same. It's all the same money.
Okay. I mean, I even thought about it. I definitely thought about like the real estate side because I'm like, man.
Do you remember the guy that was there was a guy who came through the program. I don't know if he's even fully done yet, but he's like older than us.
Oh, Julius?
Julius.
Yeah. He has a
does
whole
real estate.
Yeah, but that's how he got all his money.
From real estate?
Yeah, from real estate. And then he went back to school.
It's so weird to me because I like him. He's a great dude, but he just doesn't have to me, he doesn't strike me as a real estate personality.
It's him and his wife. He's very determined. He's a super like, I'm going to go do this. I'm making the call right now.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
he like the moment it's in his brain, he's like, I'm doing this right now. Boom, I'm doing it. So he's like that. He has that like I am grinding mentality. And his wife is very, because I've met her before, and she is like a solid foundation. She used to be a sports, so she was heavy into sports.
Right.
She used to coach track.
I think I've met her before.
Yeah, so she's super like, no, we're doing this, like
so they kind of balance each other.
Yeah,
that's why
they're both like super grind and go getters. So they run that business together.
Good for him. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and he was telling me, it's personal life stuff, but when something happened to him, he was like, she was doing all of the business. And so, yeah. But yeah, real estate is one of his main forms of income. And then, he I think he invests as well.
Good for him. There is an experiment that's Petro. I'm talking to Petro because he said some people can sell you your own drawers. There was an experiment that this guy did where he started with, I want to say a paper clip. And he traded people. He's like, I've got this paper clip. I'll trade you like a stapler or something like that. And he ended up it took him like a year, but he traded from a paper clip to like a Lamborghini or something like that. He just traded up the entire way. By his 30 something in this trade, he was trading like a record deal signed contract for a record deal with somebody else. That's how he got the Lamborghini.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Is this like documented?
It's documented. It's fully documented. And I want to say it's a paper clip. It's something very small.
Is it real?
I'm going to find this.
Yeah, because that sounds like an interesting watch.
Like it was just an article that I read. And this
Petro Lane says that is not true.
What is not true?
I don't know.
That is not true.
Because it sounds like, the Super Size Me thing. That was fake.
A guy trades a paper clip for a house. Let me see if I can find it. In 2005, Kyle McDonald started with one red paper clip and made a series of online trades over a year that eventually landed him acquiring a house.
Online trades, though?
Yeah, I want to see this.
Is he using eBay?
Where the fuck is the article? Kyle started with one simple red paper clip. He traded the paper clip for a fish-shaped pen. The pen traded for a hand-sculpted doorknob. The doorknob traded for a Coleman camping stove. The stove traded for...
Why? That's not even that's like, this had to be friends and family at first.
I don't fucking know. This sounds like online bullshit.
Okay.
This sounds like online bullshit. The stove he traded for a Honda generator. He probably, it was probably broken and he probably fixed it. The generator he traded for an instant party. I don't know what that is.
What?
The party he traded for a snowmobile. That's a jump. The snowmobile he traded for a trip to British Columbia. The trip he traded for a cube van. The van he traded for a record contract. What? The contract traded for 1 year's rent in Phoenix. The rent deal traded for a day with rocker Alice Cooper.
This is fake, man.
The celebrity day traded for a Kiss snow globe, like the band Kiss. The Kiss Snow Globe traded for a film roll, and then finally the film roll traded for a house. I don't fucking know.
I don't believe that.
I'm
man.
just reading it. I'm just reading it.
You can go on Craigslist.
I've heard
and
about-
get all of that
I've heard
stuff.
about
for free.
this,
You can go
though.
to a garage sale and get a film roll. You think you trading that film roll for a house?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Brody Zen says there's another guy doing that on Instagram right now. Last time I checked, he went from a paperclip to a car. And like $20K in solar panel installations.
See, I'm telling you, there is just people that know how to like sell things, like sell what they've got, and then just make really good trades.
Making trades isn't hard. Like people just don't trade things anymore.
No, it's true.
Like-
so people don't know how to trade. They
Yeah,
don't know
like
how to handle.
everybody wants to trade things for money, which is our system. But if you're like, hey man, I got these chairs I don't use. Like, do you have something that you don't use? Like, and if I'm interested, I'll trade you these
Yeah.
chairs for that.
Or like with online, you just go find like what.
yeah, online you can do it easier.
I
Like,
think, and my dad is actually really
people do it with cars, looking to sell or trade.
right. And there's a thing. You'll just trade me one bottle cap. It's like, that's it. I've got this can here. You want to trade?
Yeah.
It's empty.
And then you'll end up in lateral trades, because
Yeah, yeah.
especially if you have something meaning. That's why I don't believe the paperclip thing.
But that's the whole thing is like, he was always ever trading up. So he knows how to trade. Two, like,
That means you have to win every trade.
but like
technically.
if you look at what he traded, like the thing for like a fish-shaped pen was the first trade. So he did enough research to know that the person was like, oh, it's just some bullshit. He probably knew that this thing had more value to it. And then so he was able to just be like, yo, I'll just trade you this for that. And then the person who didn't have a value thing was like, yeah, I'll do that. And then now he's taking that and he's like, now I need to find the people that understand that this pen is way more valuable than just that.
Which you can do online. I mean, I could do it with Pokemon cards right now.
You
I
could.
can be like, I'll trade you all of my Pokemon cards for, most people would do it for money. I could be like, I'll trade you for your motorcycle.
Right. And now if you did it right, then you've increased the value of that.
Or like say they got a beater, like a car, or like a 99 Honda Civic that doesn't run.
Right.
I'd be like, I'll trade you all my Pokemon cards for that car.
For that car.
And them, they'll be like, well, these cards are going to come out to maybe like $1,000. This car, it doesn't run. And in my head, I'm like, it just needs a battery.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you traded that Honda generator and some guy was like, oh yeah, no, it's been broken for like 2 years. It's like all you had to do is like clean the carb out or something like that. Yeah.
So, I mean, is that sales? Trading?
I think it's selling yourself.
I guess it is sales, but it's not sales for paper
Right.
bills.
Yeah. You also got to remember that they turn down a lot. I mean, yeah, that's the whole, like my dad is really good at this. Like he'll be online and he'll buy like a lens and I'll be like, so you spent $20 on this lens? And my dad will be like, yeah, it's a $400 lens. They didn't know that it's a 1963 blah, 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 blah.
I feel like I see things and I'm always like, oh, they know. Like I never find a deal where, like I have some games, dot hack games. Each game is worth like $150 each. I'm missing 2 out of the collection. If I had those 2, my collection is worth almost $2,000.
Yeah.
But I've been trying for years to find somebody who has it, who does not know
that
the
they have
value.
it, yeah.
But can't.
Yeah.
I'm like,
no, so the same thing happened. I found a pair of the Focal BE Twin. They're like, one of them is probably like $1,800 to $2,000. And this guy was selling 2 for $12 because it literally had like a little tear. And I was like, bro, the tear is like a 10-minute fix. And so I literally like swiped away to check on something, to literally check my bank account. And by the time I had done it and written the guy, he was like, oh, I already got a guy driving over from Orlando. I was like, fuck.
Of course, you drive everywhere for that.
Yeah. 2 hours. Yeah.
I think I might get into selling art or something. Like me actually making art.
I can make you some art and you can sell it.
I mean, just give me, I got the paint. I got the canvas. I mean, some of the art I see online that goes for like $100. I'm like, I could.
You just got to have a rich person who wants to have a tax write-off.
I think it's more about like how I present myself.
The guy on IG is now on a diamond ring, and he started with sorry, what did he start with? He started with a
Diamonds aren't worth anything. He got scammed.
Did he start with a paperclip?
Brody's in said he started with like a paperclip or something like that.
Yeah, that's wild. But like no, but
Yeah, paperclip.
Crazy.
Who are you trading a paperclip? Like,
So-
you have to start with something. Like, if you're like, I started with a Pokemon card, I'd be like, I believe you. It wasn't friends and family at first.
That's the whole essence of doing it.
I know.
You start with like, probably that diamond ring is some like the
Dead persons.
No, but the ring that I got, I inherited, and I gave it to my wife, her engagement ring, and it's a special kind of cut that doesn't exist anymore. They don't cut them like that. Like most people think of a diamond as having like the flat, like pointed tip like that.
Oh, this is a jagged edge winter solstice.
Solstice, yeah. Yeah. How'd you know?
Nights filled with longer hours. Hey. Winter solstice.
What is happening right now?
No, what's that? Is that like jagged winter?
I don't fucking
That
know.
was my ADHD. You said just like jagged. Because it's like, it's not smooth. What is it?
Jagged. No, it's flat. The diamond comes down. It doesn't come down to a point. In the 1950s, the Tiffany cuts were all flat on the bottom.
They were. I remember seeing pictures of them.
Yeah.
Tiffany cut diamond. They're all in like, I think uncut gems.
Oh, really?
Those are Tiffany cuts or something like
Yeah,
that.
and then well, it's a style. Like they're like, oh, this is this year's style, and then for a particular period of time, the style was to just flatten off the tip, and then so now it shines a different way, basically. Yep. She had it appraised, and I got to see it under the microscope, and that was really cool to see like a really really high end diamond like under a microscope. Not fake.
I think I'm gonna go get into lapis azul.
Lazuli.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Egypt and get it.
And then
I
cut.
don't even think it's from it because it's a rare earth mineral, isn't it? Lapis
Yeah, I
blue.
want to say. I have there's a weird hobby that I pick up every other
You
year.
did with the gold sifting.
It was the emerald or ruby, and I've got a big old chunk of ruby that I found, and I still have another bag to go through, but it cost me like it was probably like $50 to get like 40 pounds of dirt sent to me. It was kind of.
I feel like if I'm like, I feel like I could trade a rock, like start with a rock, and get to a house. But I could start with a quartz, or a geode or something.
Just
I don't have to describe what rock it is.
Go to the girly groups and be like, this will help your energy.
No, I might, man, but they're also very pretty. So you could see somebody seeing it as artwork, and they would pay like if you have a nice quartz stone, they might pay $50 for it. But if you're like, no, I don't want any money.
I want your car.
Let me get those tickets to the concert.
Right. Yeah, but that's how you do it.
And somebody would be like, shit, I'll just go buy some more tickets. Like, whatever. Yeah, I'll give you these tickets. I got these tickets on discount.
That's the whole thing.
And then you're like, hey, you want
all
these
these people are
tickets?
doing. So what do you do with it? Like some guys like, oh, I divorced my wife. I'm just trying to get rid of my diamond ring. Or, oh, I'll give you keys to this shitty car.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever.
Maybe I'll start looking. I'm going to pull out my Pokemon cards and stuff and be like, let's see if I can trade.
Open for trades.
And get me a house that I can flip and sell.
If you can do that, I'll be impressed.
I got some good Pokemon. I got some old school ones, man.
They're going for, they are on fire right now.
Yeah, and I saw like, I had some friends who were selling them, and they were like, oh man, you can get this for this and this for that. And I was like, I think I'll give it some more years. They're still coming out with a lot of Pokemon A through Z or whatever.
I'm just waiting for that market to crash, and then you're going to be kicking yourself.
You think? After all these years, you think it will crash?
Because right now the cards themselves are super rare because you can't find any packs anywhere.
The old cards, like
oh no,
first edition and stuff like that.
Fuck that shit. fucked.
What? No, I have first editions.
Okay, tell them.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like the value's not going to go. You think that's going to crash because you can't?
Yeah, because of the current state of the market, which is just people buying the packages as fast as possible
To just resell.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the top.
I'm
After
thinking
30 years.
I don't know. I told you I hung out with my friend who's like head of one of the government agencies for meteorology. His brother quit his job to do exactly what you're talking about.
What, like because I also got some basketball cards from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah, no, Pokemon,
Rookie cards
like
of
he went in deep dive and learned all of the
Pokemon.
all of the Pokemon,
17,000 of them.
yeah, and all their cards and all of the different. Oh Lord. But yeah, no, and so he oversees like people trading $50,000 worth of Pokemon cards. They'll ask him to come in and pay him a little bit, and so that's how he makes his money, is like on commissions.
Interesting. Could I trade a pic of my knees for LK EZ H2O LZ SHWL SK filtered drinking fountain? I don't know what that is.
I don't. It's so hyper specific that I would say yes to that deal.
I wouldn't.
He knows what he's got.
Yeah. Not gonna have me out here.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so hyper specific.
You're gonna drop a picture in the Discord. Is it that pyramid scheme drinking water? Where they're like, here, we put this random drop of something that we're not even going to tell you what it is. And if the water turns this color, it has this in it. If it turns this color, it has this. And this is what's ruining you because this water is purer.
Mm-hmm.
Because all we did was fill it with alkaline, and we're really putting something that reacts to alkaline.
Yep.
Or a particular mineral that we've put in that's in this water.
No, that's a trade. Dude, take that trade.
Oh, that?
Are you selling shit out of the mental home? Are you gonna
that's
rip it out of them?
literally what he's doing. That's what, like a $4,000 water drinking fountain.
That is so hyper specific. That's amazing. Oh my God.
I could probably put it up and put it on the screen here.
Oh my God.
See if Discord crashes the computer.
That is so funny. I like how Amp and Deidre and Eduardo are just sitting in game.
Oh, they're probably gaming.
They are gaming.
Yeah, they're always in there playing with Overwatch and stuff. Meanwhile, when the real gamers get in there, like me, James, and Vaz playing real games.
Real games.
They're never in there.
Nowhere to be
I
found.
know, man. Let's see. I'm doing window capture. Let's capture Discord. Oh, it's the Discord updater.
That's what you're capturing.
Yeah, it's going to take a while.
Oh.
That is super zoomed in, by the way.
I wonder why.
Yeah, the computer's exploding now. It's okay. All this for the Discord. Which I think in the future we need to kind of help the Discord get some more interactions. I think we're transition to like things get sent to us in the Discord.
We could do that.
Like we can still use the website for particular things,
yeah,
as well. But it's like like we could drop some stuff in the Discord because, like I said, with all the Discord updates that I'm brainstorming, it'll be a just something cool to do. Yeah, this is like way too big. Yeah, I gotta like resize this.
Hard pause, Brody. Hard pause. A production competition. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we were supposed to do one for the James Bond.
And he overloaded the encoder. Oh, Jesus Christ. We could call it the 17th annual beat off.
Yeah. We could. All right, let's get in one of my you guys see all my different Discord. Oh my god, you see my inboxes and stuff. All right, how do I get out of here? Claim or what quest did I do for Battlefield?
Who knows?
Okay. Are you human? Leave me alone.
Oh, yeah, fuck that shit.
Get off my screen. All right, yeah. I need a new computer before we do all of this because this computer, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't even know how to get off of my screen.
There it
so
is.
this is what Brody Zen was talking about. Let's pop
There it
that up
is.
on the screen
Solid.
so you guys could see.
Solid. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think he used Google Lens on. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Google Lens on that water fountain, and it's popped up. They got them in every gym now. They got them at Valencia.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's pretty
They do.
good, man. It's a pretty good water fountain.
It's filtered water.
I don't know. That might not be a good deal though.
For what was the trade? A picture of your knees?
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
might not be a good deal, man.
If it includes shipping.
Yeah, I understand the value of my knees blown up on a 40 by 40 canvas.
Oh yeah. So solid. So solid.
Yeah, what are these guys doing? How do we have to set up? I think our voices would go through right now. Hold up. They would. You want to bomb their voice chat?
Whatever.
Let's go in here. This is what we do on stream now. Wait, hold up. Let's see.
Nice.
Hey, what's
I just
going on?
heard you talking about the voice chat. Oh,
Yeah. We bombed
Hey,
your voice
what's up,
chat.
John?
What's going on? Fuck, boys! Yeah! Yeah! What y'all playing?
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Mm-hmm. Gay as hell.
Oh my god. Why are you on that? Why are you over here?
Y'all are live on the stream right now.
I know, I can hear it. I'm watching the stream.
Oh yeah. No, I was seeing if this works. This was pretty cool.
It's weird.
Oh, Nandrum's in here now.
W.
Nandrum's.
Oh well, shit. Anybody watching the stream, jump into Discord voice chat. How about that? Let's crash this game chat.
How are you guys?
Hi.
Hello.
Oh my god, I haven't heard from any of you in
I can't.
so long.
I cannot. Not everybody popping in. I cannot deal with y'all.
Slay bitch ass niggas.
Nandrum is definitely here.
When we scheduling the bicentennial beat off.
Alright, I gotta go. My
Yeah,
watch is
no,
being
this is
hot.
where I get weird.
And
Killed the whole chat with one comment.
all right, y'all. Have fun. I was seeing if this works because this is something that we're gonna do in the future.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Mm-hmm. Well, we won't bomb the game chat though. I'll have a private one for it,
Nah, we'll just do it in this game chat.
It's all good.
so you guys can play Overwatch and not Battlefield, which real people are. Let me stop.
Playing Borderlands, first of all.
Borderlands.
Exactly. Borderlands is a good game.
It's just
The new one?
Borderlands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
I
It's
feel
not
like you
bad
could-
at all. I'm having
I
a
feel-
great time.
I feel like you could play Borderlands 2 and get the same experience.
I could, but I have 4.
I think you get 2 and 1, and I think you can get 4 of them for like $3.
Yeah.
Probably one.
It's not bad.
Okay. Oh, it says we're doing the Consult Q&A show?
God, bro.
Interesting. All right. Y'all have a great time.
Alright,
have a
bro.
great
We're trying.
stream.
I'm really trying to have one.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
All right, that's cool. It says we're doing the Consult Q&A. I thought I took all of this off. Like, so when I stream, like what it shows that I stream. I thought, like, if I'm playing a game, I thought I blocked all of that so nobody can see what I'm doing.
And you're
Discord
learning
is
that's
in
not true.
Discord's invading the privacy.
Yep. There's probably an update that they didn't bother to tell anybody.
Yeah, who knows? The ballistic beat off incoming.
It's good hearing from you, Brody Zen.
Yep.
Hope to hear from you soon if we don't hear from you later.
All right. So we got music from Petrol Lane. We can check that out.
Okay.
See what that's sounding like and looking like. I wonder if it's the same song or if it's a different song. You'll be back next week. All right.
I'll be back.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Let's look at this. Petrol Lane sent over a track. Sup, John and Alex. Here's something I was working on last week. Let me know if it passes the vibe check. I'm placing it as an outdoor to my EP. I'm working on called Project. So is it going to be an outro you meant? And did it autocorrect to outdoor?
Probably.
All right.
Because AI, you know,
Yeah.
it's smart and shit.
I should do a mashup EP just for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah, for none whatsoever. How do I get this off my screen?
Hide this. Go away.
Yeah, Discord's about to explode, though.
All right. Got to get a new computer.
Yep. It's on my list. It is definitely on my list. All right, let's transition over here. You guys can see all of my stuff now. Can see all of my tabs open.
Good outro. Yeah. I don't really have any notes for it. It's vibey. It's got a good vibe. It's got a good feel to it. It's got a good soundscape to it. This was what, an outro for the whole EP kind of thing?
Maybe he said it's going to be an outro. I think it sounds like this EP is shaping up to is where something where you press play on number one and you just listen to it all the way through. Something you got to experience all together, which is rare for me to say.
Go for the experience.
But that does pass a vibe check. But I think it's one of those things where it's like it needs to be included in everything. Like this, you're truly crafting something that I think needs to be listened to
as an
all
experience.
together. Yeah. And that's what Flying Lotus, and I know I've compared you a lot to Flying Lotus, but that's what with Flying Lotus albums, that's kind of how it is. And a whole bunch of people were like Emancipator back in the day. what was his name? There's a few people like Teebs, there, Toki Monster back in the day. I don't know. Her new stuff is actually not bad. I haven't listened to the whole thing though. Jameson, some of his old albums were one of those like you just press play and listen to the whole experience. But
that'll be super cool as like an experience.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say about it other than it does sound good. Who was that white H in chat? White wow. Oh, he talking about himself.
Oh, yeah. That's when he dropped into the that's when he dropped into the
voice chat. Yeah. This is crazy. Q said you can put out an album. I did not say that. I said that his EP needs to be listened to as a collective, which is very rare that I will say something like that, where it's like you just press play and you listen all the way through. It's very rare you have that, but there's particular artists who can create like that. A lot of artists want to create like that, and it just doesn't work because it gets boring because they're trying to do too much. But when you're doing beats and they're easily digestible, but each one is kind of taking you on a journey. It is, if you're driving in the car, you can press play and then 20 minutes have gone by and you're like, oh, I didn't even know. Like, it was like a journey I was on. And that's how I feel about DJ mixes. So, you know, I'll sometimes, if I'm doing a long drive and I want to stay awake, I will put on a mix.
Yeah.
You know, I won't put on an album. I'll put on a DJ mix, maybe like drum and bass or whatever, because, you know, I'm like zoned out, but I'm awake.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going through, and then, you know, so much stuff like changes are happening. And you're like, damn, this one's fire. Oh, this is okay. Okay. And then by the end of it, you're like, damn, 60 minutes have passed.
Yeah. That's the kind of shit I need on like long flights.
Yeah.
You just get stuck on like doing the same shit over and over and over.
You're about 80% finished, then you're going to do music videos and stuff like you said. You're waiting on finish of the track that you're collaborating with someone on. Is it Eclipse? Is it Ecolops?
Ecolops.
Out there in Japan.
Is he coming back soon? Beginning of November?
Yeah, he should be coming back soon. I'm pretty sure he's going to end up leaving again.
For Japan again?
I don't know. I mean, once you get a taste of not being in America, I can just assume you're like, I don't need to be here.
Yeah, I just can go do other shit, other places.
Yeah, it's like, you kind of disconnect from this reality to where it's like, I don't need that weight. Like, I feel like he's going to come back and he's going to feel a weight pushed down on his shoulders. Like, he's going to feel some form of relief, but then also like a weight where it's just like, because when you're in some of these other countries, and this is me not speaking from experience, this is me speaking from my couch psychology degree. But when you're in these places and your money can go far and you have an American job and you get paid well, you live so different that coming back here and then having to live within your means sucks.
Yeah. When you can be doing whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
Yep.
So, you know, I could see the adjustment being back over here being a little bit more difficult, where it's just like I can't play all the time. I don't have that
rent.
I don't have that particular freedom. Like, yes, I can pay, you know, but you feel like a part of your freedom might get stripped away.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I felt it when I came back here after being in the UK with the food being cheap. As hell. And I know people say the UK is expensive, and it is expensive for particular things, but the food was cheap.
Yeah.
So, and then coming back here, and I'm like, man, I got 20 wings for £8, which is like $10, $11. 20 wings here is $18, $22, $40. Some places it's $32 for 20 wings.
Crazy. That's craziness.
So on the food side, I was like, damn, man. Sheesh. But everything else, like the having to walk everywhere and take public transportation and that everything was so tight together. I was like, I could do without that. Like, I'm okay with Florida and Orlando, but
but like you could You could, if you want to talk about public transportation that gets you where you need to be, you could look at New York City. Anyway.
So yeah, UK's. I don't know. I can't do New York. I can visit. I cannot live there. It is such a grind.
Yeah.
It is such a grind because if you live outside of Manhattan, because you're not rich as hell, if you live outside of Manhattan, getting into Manhattan, like doing it, so you're going to mostly stay in Queens or Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Brooklyn, at least, you know, it's kind of easy. Brooklyn stuff's happening, when in Queens, not really.
Depending on where you are.
Yeah, but
yeah.
For the most part, not
right?
Really. Everything is kind of in Brooklyn, over near the river or whatever,
Williamsburg-ish. Yeah.
So you would have to go over there, but even that, it's like a 25-30 minute commute. There.
Even from Long Island City, it's
and then it gets cold as hell.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then all them people, But isn't UK's money worth more than ours? It is, but their food is cheaper. So like for £8 for 20 wings, or £8, which I learned was slang for pounds.
But it's also in every fucking movie.
Yeah, it's slang. So it's like how we say moolah.
Or like bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's this quid. So £8 is like 12 USD.
£8, 12 USD. Okay.
Yeah, so it's 1.75.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah. It's like 1.5.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't Batman live there? Occasionally.
Which one?
City.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have additional tax. And the whole not tipping thing, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I almost came back here and I was like, I'll never tip again. But then I have to remember, like, you know, our system sucks. But the whole not tipping, you save so much money not tipping.
Okay.
Like, especially if you're going out all the time, like just not tipping and nobody expecting you to tip. It's amazing.
Do people get paid nicely over there?
I guess.
Like
I
bartenders?
I didn't really ask. I think they get paid a normal wage. But as a bartender, it kind of sucks that you don't get tips. Because I was talking to a bartender and I was like, oh yeah, because I was like, damn, I forgot y'all don't get tips over here. I was like, I was telling her how much the bartender made at Cater Day, and she was just like, holy shit. So that kind of sucks that bartenders don't get tips over there. But
I hate when they have to share their tips. Yeah.
Yeah. The sharing tips thing, that's just, I don't know. It's a weird ass system, but it can be lucrative for a bartender. That's why you see some people who are career bartenders at like restaurants and stuff where people are tipping them like $100, and that's just one table or one person, and then they're leaving out of there with like $700 in tips for the night. And then what you also see are businesses that, you know, will hold their tips, which is illegal, but businesses do it. Reach them.
No names.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it on here because fucking, like, whatever. So if they get at the patio, the Beacham, the Social, or whatever, if the bartender gets tipped over a certain amount, I mean, they tell all the bartenders this. All the bartenders should tell their story. But if they get tipped over a certain amount, the Beacham holds that tip for over, I think it's 60 days before they then put it on their check. Which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, is heavily illegal.
Yeah.
So,
but they know how to run a business.
And I'm like, well, you know, but this is the thing, and I think it's on the credit card. So they're like, well, we won't give you that money until it passes the time where a person can dispute that tip.
Okay. All right,
but I still think that's illegal.
But it's I think it's arguable. That's the hard part.
Yeah, probably. Companies getting sued more and more. Yeah. But they say, like, if it's on a credit card, I think even if it's cash,
Now that would be illegal because that means that's legal tender. It's paid.
I think, but I'm not 100% certain on the cash. I am sure on the credit card though. They will hold that for I think 30 to 60 days, or it might even be up to 90. I'm not entirely sure, which is like that is a very long time.
Yeah, cash is crazy. But didn't they used to do that in the music industry too? They wouldn't pay your record out until it was like the next quarter.
Well, they still do that.
Really?
They're on net 90s, and there's some places
That's
that
crazy.
pay out quarterly, whereas quarterly it's 4 times a year.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's not illegal in the music industry because lobbyists, or I think because it's a weird case. Are we looking for government regulation in the music industry? Are we?
Some kind of regulation, and the only thing that's going to fix it is the government because they're the only big enough thing.
So I think it's a weird catch-22 because the government is regulating a lot of the laws, like copyright laws and so on and so forth. But the government doesn't regulate any of the pay things. The industry has created those. So then do you look at the people to just not accept those anymore and force the industry's hand, kind of like how LimeWire forced record labels to change? But then they changed to a 360 deal. Well, the 360 deals and all of that stuff.
Petro brings up the greater, bigger point, which is first we need a government.
Yeah, we would need a new government first, but I don't know, because I think TikTok and social media gave the music industry a great opportunity to fix itself, but it didn't.
Because they're cheap.
Well, I think because the OGs hated social media, so they were jaded. The people who made money off the industry didn't want social media to take their jobs, so they adapted.
Valid.
And then there was nobody to change it.
So it became like this is how it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's where we're at right now, because and this is what I tell people all the time. Like, they come to talk to me. They're like, man, record labels, do I need to get one? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, you don't need to. But you got to weigh it. Just look at I'm like, record labels are banks. Just look at it like you got to change the perspective of how you're looking at stuff. Yeah. Right now, record labels are literally just banks with 100 and 1,000% interest rates.
Yeah. Absorbent. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's and then I'm like, also, are you lazy? If you're lazy, then you have the record label do everything for you.
For the cost of what they're going to be taking from you.
Or you can, because I was like, if you got to understand leverage nowadays. I'm like, the artists have leverage. Record labels have zero leverage. They have no leverage at all except for a dollar sign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how you can get that same dollar sign? I'm like, if you want the money, you can go and start your business and get a brand new business loan from having your business for the first year. Now, I don't recommend it, but I'm saying that's something that you could do, and that would be up to $20,000. And that's you can treat that as a signing bonus if you want to.
Yeah.
You still pay them back, but you're going to pay them back on 14 to 20 something percent. Meanwhile, the record label's putting 1,000,000% on it, and at least you know where your numbers are going. So I'm like, if people became more business savvy, record labels would die, which they are dying, and it is also. And other perks that record labels may have is they have different percentages with distribution, and they also have a different network.
It's the network that to me is the big thing.
Yeah, but if you're doing numbers on TikTok, you have the network too. You just got to know how to you just got to know how to use it.
Yeah.
As long as you have fans, you have the network. because everybody is going to want to get a load of your fans. You can book your own tour. You can be like, hey, I have all this. This is all my streaming. This is all of this got going there. Here are my numbers from my listeners in your city. Here's how we're going to, you can do the work, or you can hire somebody to do the work off of your business loan.
Yeah.
And record
What's
labels
up, Ralph? Good to see you, Ralph.
And in saying all of that, record labels really aren't needed anymore. And
I still think it's the network that they provide. Now, at what cost? The cost that they're going to take from you? No.
Yes.
But I still think that the ability to drop a record across the entire world at one instantaneous moment is a record label thing.
Yeah. Petro Lane says some of them sound like the mafia. Somebody needs to pick in to see what they're doing. I mean, a lot of record labels are kind of run like the mafia. I mean, it is like a wild, wild west, man, because it is self-regulated. Like, yes, the government makes all the copyright laws and all of the, like I guess the FCC laws.
Yeah.
But everything else, contracts and all of that stuff, it is abiding by like regular basic laws, but they're manipulating it their way, and it's kind of self-regulated. But you never have to agree to any of it. You don't lose anything. I don't think record labels can blackball you like they used to.
I don't think that they even have the power anymore, to be honest.
They can't. They can if you're kind of their product.
Yeah.
If they own you or they have you in a deal, they can blackball you because now they have the power to. But in today's society with social media and stuff, they have absolutely no power to blackball you unless they tell, like if Atlantic tells Interscope, oh, don't work with that artist, they're difficult to work with. Interscope may not work with you, but if you're doing 1 million people and you're doing a Super Bowl,
yeah,
fuck if Interscope wants to work with you.
Yeah.
Because you've already been bigger than them.
Yeah, yep. Proving that you don't need them.
Nandrum says you got to read the back end because they can come up off you that loan from you. You talking about the starter business loan? Yeah, I mean all loans they're gonna come up off you. That's what interest rates and stuff are. But record loans, yeah, they're gonna come up off you by 1,000,000%. You'll never get anything for the most part. Because they'll constantly make up fees and be like, oh, well, we did this, and yearly the fees to our paperwork fee. It's like working with a car dealership where they try to charge you a cleaning fee. That's $1,000, then a reconditioning fee. And you're like, what's the reconditioning fee? And they're like, oh, it's just, it's for us cleaning the car and inspecting it. And it's like, well, that's the cost of doing business. Why are you charging me for the cost for you to sell the car? Take that shit off. Well,
always going to pass it on. They're always going to pass it on to the artist.
And that's what record labels do.
Yep.
Ralph says TikTok really helps people get their music or content out, but you got to use it right. Yeah, that's for sure. Nandrum says if I work with a label, it will have to be a short-term thing that doesn't damage my long-term. And that deal that you're talking about is called either a single deal or it is called a distribution deal. Usually those are short-term. And a lot of record labels are now switching to that because of how they're churning out TikTok artists.
Keep talking. I'm fixing this camera.
Yeah. So they're churning out TikTok art. Is it moving by itself? No, it's... oh, the autofocus? Oh. Yeah, what record labels are doing now, since TikTok artists get hot off of one song, they're buying that one song and they're usually buying out the masters. They'll be like, hey, artists, we'll pay you 50 grand for this one song that is blowing up, and this is what we're going to do for you, blah, 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 blah. We get the masters. We're going to give you 100% of your publishing, and we're gonna blow it up. We're gonna blow it up. We're gonna blow it up. Here you go. And then the artist is like, oh yeah, like I'll do that deal. And they'll be like, okay, well we'll also be open for 5 more songs from you. So just send them to us, and if we like them, then maybe we'll work with them. And then the thing is, they may take 1 or 2. And after that, they'll be like, all right, this person's played out, on to the next. Yeah. And that now they can get out those deals easier because they don't really want you in a full long-term deal anymore.
Plus they have backup.
Ralph says major record labels with documented ties to organized crimes, including Roulette Records, Buddha Records, and MCA, blah, blah, blah. The mafia was drawn to the music business due to its cash-heavy nature, which allowed for money laundering as well as the steady cash flow from publishing rights and royalties. Yeah, I mean, that's way back in the day, but yeah. Nandrum says, nice, I didn't know that's what it was called.
And now you do?
Well. Are you the autofocus?
Autofocus.
What is it focusing
I
on?
don't
The
know.
plant?
Let me see.
Since the plant is moving so much? Let me see what should be on you. It is on you now. Yeah, it might have been on a plant. And the wind's blowing. My fern.
A fern. We
Looking
call
all-
it fern.
Looking all like the Lion King tree. It's a pretty nice plant.
Fern.
It's doing
Hey.
pretty well.
Hey, nice fern.
Repotted it. It's in quarantine right now. So if there's mites, they won't kill my other plants. Nandrum says, what I'm trying to understand right now is distribution services. The distribution service feel like a gatekeep to distribute, but what happens if you make a distribution company? I don't understand how you feel like they're gatekeeping.
Explain.
But a way you can make a distribution company is if you go to Spotify and all of that yourself and you broker deals with Spotify, iTunes, and all of that about putting music on their service, which I think they do have open API for that. So you can start a company
Really?
to distribute to them, but you still got to work a deal so that the pathway.
So that way they know how much is going through.
Yeah, so like there's a direct connect to their platform.
Yeah.
But you can start it. There's nothing preventing you from it. You just got to be a tech guy
Are you a tech guy, Nan?
or know somebody.
Or do you know somebody?
And that's digital distribution. I mean, are we talking about physical?
Are you going to make tapes? Why is it doing this lighting thing? I don't understand. Like it locks in, it's happy, and then it's like, no.
I don't know. Are you trying to do physical distribution like tapes, vinyl? You can do all of that yourself. And you can go to Squarespace. Squarespace is going to take about 3%, but you can sell everything off of your website. And you will be your own distribution for the physical side. If you want to do digital, you got to broker deals with iTunes, Spotify, and all the other digital companies and have a pathway for you to upload to them. And the royalty splits and stuff. Exactly what record labels do. Record labels do not use DistroKid. They don't use iTunes. They don't use any of that. Record labels have their own pathway to every single distribution service
that they've set up themselves because they've got the people to do it.
Yeah. So is that what you're like? What exactly are you wanting to? What's confusing you?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nandrum says, I know someone I was talking to, this guy named Braxton. And he said, why would I use a Muse or any other distribution? And I was like, what? I thought you would always have to go through those services. What do you mean?
You mean like DistroKid? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, there's like DistroKid, CD Baby, and then there's others popping up. But like I said, I believe they have open API where you can code your service to go to them. You just have to contact them and get a contract. Like, how is it all going to work? You have to do a deal with them. Yeah, there's like 20, and they all have different deals, and because they're consumer-based companies. Like, you're a customer to DistroKid. Like, you can create that yourself, and you can go into the same business. It's just tech. It's coding. You got to create your platform.
You see, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Ralph says, F all that. Just get an old PC and some CDs. You don't need an old PC to get it. You can now get a USB CD burner tower.
Fucking shit.
Crazy
We
work,
live in
man.
the future.
He's like, get an old PC and burn CDs, your music, and go hand music out in the streets or whatever. That is a tactic, but most people don't have CD players, or they don't even know where their CD player is in their car. It took me like 6 months to find out my car had a CD player.
It's in the
glove compartment. Yeah, took a long time, and I was like, "What is that?"
That's amazing.
And then I think it's like a 5-disc changer too.
So you have the whole chunk thing.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like I think I got no. I don't have a CD in there, but I've never put a CD in it.
Yeah, I have a 6-disc changer in my trunk, which I have disconnected so that way I could attempt to put Bluetooth through it, and that broke, unfortunately. Wow.
So I could just use Squarespace. How would one walk through that? No. So Squarespace would be for if you're doing physical stuff. So say you want to sell the vinyl of your album or whatever, or merch or whatever. You can go to get your vinyl pressed, and you can have that inventory on you. You can put it on your DistroKid. On your Squarespace. And then if anybody orders something, you would have to go ship it. You would have to go do any of that. That's distribution of hardware. If you want to do digital distribution, which is to Spotify, Apple, iTunes, or whatever it's called. I don't know what any of the stuff is called. But if you want to do digital distribution to Spotify, you have to, first of all, search how you can create your software to have a pipeline to their software. Then you have to broker a deal with them. So that way you have that pathway to upload directly to their platform.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, you can do that.
I don't understand how the coding for distribution works.
Well,
ChatGPT. ChatGPT is too complex.
Yeah, it's very complex because it's software.
Also, it's fucking legal. You need to be a lawyer.
It's software engineering, really. Like, you gotta, you have your, so you could skip that part and then be like, you could call them and be like, hey, I'm this record label. I want to work directly with you guys. How can I distribute directly to you guys without using DistroKid and stuff? So you could try to have that type of business call.
You could try.
And that way they can give you, and but that's how it is with record labels have their own system, their own back end. I don't know if iTunes created it. I don't know who created it, but they upload to that, and then that distributes it to all of those different ones. But that is a service or software that was created specifically for them. You would probably have to create a software specifically for you that integrates with all of them. And it can be done.
It can be done. Good luck. ChatGPT is your friend.
But yeah, physical sales you can do on your website if you're selling CDs or vinyl and merch. And I actually highly recommend doing that. And there's I also recommend pathways to doing that, because one thing you want to stay away from is having a fuck ton of inventory. I do not recommend having a lot of inventory at first. So work with drop ships for merchandise. And for CDs, you just might end up with inventory. And for vinyl, you're just going to end up with inventory. But do limit it. Do limit it.
Who's making CDs? That's unhinged.
Yeah. Does it cost more to build a distribution process for your? Hell yeah. Or is it
most? Do you own a record label? You're gonna need to start a record label.
Yeah, like that's why there's services available, because that's an expensive ass process. Mm-hmm. But it's not saying that you can't do it. It's just you have to have the money, and that's where it would be. You would start a business. You would have capital for the business. You would have a coder. You would have a whole plan to create that, and you would need finances and stuff for that. So if you're a solo person paying $9 a year to DistroKid isn't crazy. Paying whatever a year for a Muse or CD Baby isn't crazy. They're giving you 100%. You're just paying them a yearly fee to use their distribution service, which is a very great deal. It's not a bad deal. I don't ever advocate for kind of jumping over DistroKid and trying to start your own, because it's like the headache you'll go through to do that sounds ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, if you have millions of dollars, oh yeah, go do that.
You can start your own record label.
Yeah, you can do that. But if you're like a solo artist, for digital distribution, use digital distributors. For physical distribution, you can do it yourself. And you, in the beginning, use drop shippers. Drop shippers, if you don't know, are Printful, Shopify, and I think there's another company. And what a drop shipper does is you go on their website, you create your merch, and anytime anybody orders that merch, and you integrate it with your website, anytime anybody orders that merch, they will print it, they will pull the t-shirt, they will ship it, they will bill you, and you just have to price your stuff at a price to where you make a little bit of profit.
Yeah.
And with drop shippers, you do not make good profit. You're going to probably, to make things cost effective, you're going to be looking at probably a 15 to 20% markup to keep it reasonable. You can go a little bit higher than that. And, but that, you know, it is what it is. You'll make, like, you sell a t-shirt for $25 after their whole process and everything, you're probably going to make $5 off of that t-shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can go get all the printing stuff yourself and go do it yourself, or you can go to a local company and then order 200 t-shirts at $400 and then sell 200 t-shirts at $25 each. You're going to make way more profit, but now you're sitting on inventory and you don't know what size anybody's going to order. You don't know any of that. So you might be sitting on inventory for like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, maybe even longer. And then it's like, did you actually make a return, or are you just drowning in inventory? You guys need to watch Shark Tank. At the end of the day, watch Shark. Everything I'm talking about right now is talked about in Shark Tank. Anytime a clothing brand comes in there, and they're all like, "Oh no, oh God, no," and they'll ask the question.
Sharks are like,
yeah, they'll ask the question. They're like, "How much do you have in inventory?" And they'll be like, "I got $100,000 in inventory," and they're like, "Oh."
I'll give you 2,000.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh my God, why do you have? How much in debt are you?" "I'm $200,000 in debt." Oh,
we'll give you 100,000.
We won't give you anything.
We won't give you anything
because you're just a debt business.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we're caught up.
Are we?
I think we are.
You didn't know the way this guy was talking to you, saying it was like it was easy. I mean, he might be a software engineer. It might be easy. He might be like a coder, so it might be easy for him.
Mm-hmm.
So use DistroKid, because I don't know what Buddy was talking about. Maybe he got bread like that. Maybe he does.
Maybe you should be his friend for that reason.
Ralph says DistroKid has an option. You can pay more for their service, and it allows you to put a custom name for the record label. I see a lot of underground artists, aka SoundCloud artists, making their own labels and doing everything DIY. I mean, I didn't know that was so. DistroKid, that used to be by default. You can put your own record label. They made it now a paywall for that. That's interesting. But yeah, if you create your own record label using CD Baby, DistroKid, or do your research on those services. But using them, I highly recommend. Especially when you're starting. When you get to the point where you got money like 300 ENT, like these indie labels. Mm-hmm. But what's crazy is 300 ENT does its distribution through, I think, Atlantic.
Yeah. That's the
so
way,
they're
that's
using
the way 111 was, because they went through Sony.
So they're using Atlantic's. So Atlantic in this instance is DistroKid. Mm-hmm. So the record label 300 ENT is using Atlantic as its DistroKid. They didn't create their own. So they're still using a distributor. It's just Atlantic has a different deal with all those platforms than DistroKid does, or than the regular artist does.
Yep.
And that's because they had lobbyists and they brokered those deals. because they're driving a lot of traffic to their service. So they have leverage to broker those deals to say that they deserve more or whatever because their catalog is worth $1 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to not sit on inventory? Yeah, I just told you, drop ship.
Or sell it really fast.
Yeah, or like have high demand and sell.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to sit on inventory, go to a drop ship company.
Yeah.
Is there a way you can work with a company to where someone buys merch from you, but instead of you keeping inventory, the company makes the shirts, makes it on? That's drop shipping. Yes, I just said that.
Also, I mean, there's a company in town that's called AKT, and that's what they do. They have warehouses full of people's old merch, basically, and then they charge the bands to the inventory space.
Yeah, so Printful does that as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can print a bulk,
and then just hold on to it for you.
Yeah, you can pay like $3 a month for inventory space.
There you go.
Or everything can get created on demand. Now you could do that for free, or if you pay them a monthly $24 a month, you can make more percentage off of your sales. But it's high quality printing and all of that stuff, and they have a whole bunch of different things. You just got to integrate it with your website.
Mm-hmm.
And they will print it. They will do everything. They will ship it. It will have your company's name on the shipping and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They do your shipping labels, all of that stuff. You can even customize like logos on your shipping label, all for free.
Amazing.
Amazon allows drop shipping for merch. I did not know that. That's interesting.
I'm gonna verify.
I wonder what their
that.
prices are. Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
verify that.
interesting.
That was very interesting.
I wonder what their prices are. Because all I know is there's Printful, which is the cheaper out of all the ones that I research. So Printful's prices are cheaper, but they don't have a vast product inventory. Where what I mean by that is like Printful, you can do calendars, cups, blah, 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 blah.
It's through Shopify.
Oh, it's through Shopify?
Yeah.
So you could go directly to Shopify, and Shopify has a vast collection of things that you can put your logos on or whatever, but they cost a little bit more, probably like $1 or $2 more per product. So it's just research that needs to be done. I mean, do you want me? Okay, fuck it. I use Printful. All right, guys. Since we're talking business is what I like to talk about. Let's X this out.
That's why everything's running slow.
Yeah, let's go over here. So I'll show you guys the Printful backend, and then I'll show you my websites. And I mean, even on the Consult Q&A website, we run through Printful. So if I go here and type in,
is it worth making a website if you're independent or new? Yeah.
What do you
Yes,
say?
if it's worth making a website. If you're,
Hell yeah.
If you're independent.
Yes.
New.
So yes, because what happens if servers go down on Instagram or whatever? What happens? Like it's always worth having a place where people can, if they search for your name, what is going to come up? Your website is your landing page. It is your bio. It's your press kit. It's all of that. So yes, have your own website. And then that's where you can start putting your merch. You can put your email list there. You can put your Discord contact. You can put the learn more about me there. There's so much more that you can do with having your own website. And then the website is what? How many dollars a year?
I can't remember anymore.
If you have a store, I think it's a little bit more. But if you don't have a store, it's like,
I think
for the .com, it's like $9 a year.
Yeah.
And if you go through, I mean, people are back to using Wix now.
I know.
Yeah, and then, like nobody uses Squarespace anymore. They're like all back on Wix.
Maybe it's because it's cheaper. I don't know.
And I think Wix is cheaper, but I guess they've updated to where it's
because
like
they made an AI that helped. The same thing with Squarespace, but I guess Wix is cheaper in general. So,
all right. So here we go. So this is Printful's backend. So these are all the different storefronts I have, essentially. So these are all my stores. But we're gonna go to the All My Homies store because that has everything in it. So I go to my products, and these are all the things that I've had to make the designs and all of that stuff myself. This is going like super slow because it's going to load a whole bunch of variants. But yeah, as you see here, like here's all the Art Blitz stuff right here, and it shows all the different sizes. And what it means synced is that means it's synced to my storefront. And then there's 2 that are not synced because they're no longer in stock. Well, there's 12 that's out of stock, 1 that's discontinued, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. But they will do all of that stuff with your store automatically. And if we go to product catalog, these are all the different things that you can put your logo on. They're all different qualities though, and they're all different price points. So if you want a very cheap shirt, you're going to be looking at a Gildan shirt. Now, if you go to, so if you're in Orlando, you can go to Alpha Broider, and you can buy bulk Gildan shirts for $2 a shirt.
A shirt.
And I know this because I have an Alpha Broider account, because we used to do it where we would buy bulk and we would sit on inventory for years. So I'm telling you this by experience. But if we go here and we look at the Gildan t-shirt, Printful is doing it for $9.25. I just told you, you can get that shirt in bulk at Alpha Broider for $2.35. So now we're looking at the difference in cost. Now, if you're with Printful Growth, where you're paying them monthly, you can get that for $7.79. And that so this is including the printing.
That's okay.
So it's $9.25 with all colors printing on the front of the t-shirt. If you do the back of the t-shirt, that's an extra $5. That does not include shipping, and they charge about $5 to ship. Yeah.
Don't put things on the back of your shirts, folks.
Yeah. No, I mean, front of your shirt, they charge $5 to ship a t-shirt. Period.
That's wild.
So yeah, you can go through here. You can look at t-shirts. They got all different types, all different styles. So you can make your style. They got women's stuff. They got sweatpants and joggers if you really want to get into that type of stuff. And again, all this is drop ship. You do not have to sit on inventory. But look at these prices. So if it costs you $36.50 before shipping, you're going to have to price these at almost $50
just to make a little bit.
Yep, just to make a little bit of money, because then the shipping, you're looking at $40 just to get this landed, which is what they refer to it. Landed means after everything is paid for and it's landed on the shelf or at that person's door. So you're looking at about $41 on these sweatpants to have that landed. And you would have to charge maybe $55 for you to make a couple dollars in profit. Now, if you have the clientele who would pay for that, any tour you go to and you look at how much they sell their shirts for, those are Gildan shirts that they're selling on tour for $40 a shirt, $35, $40 a shirt. Those are Gildan t-shirts that are $2 a t-shirt. And it probably cost them $5 to print on.
Oh, sure.
So they're making a huge markup on it.
Yep.
Now, if you have that type of clientele, you can do these things. But it's all up to you to know your price point. So now if we go to our website and we look at the shop, you can see what I have my price points on and what kind of t-shirts that we're working with.
Nander says, I'm going to bookmark this stream on YouTube. I got to do all this so I can come back and do this shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So
you're welcome.
You look at let's go to the Art Blitz ones, because I literally put these up last week. And these are I like these. So I did the design and everything like that. It's mostly logo, but look at my price points, because I understand my market. Like $30, this is a front and back t-shirt. $30 is nothing for a front and back t-shirt that is of a brand. Now, if you go to Ross, you're going to get a t-shirt for $9 because you're at Ross. But this is a particular brand, and it's my brand. And then you can get, so front and back, $30, but you can get also just the front design for $25, or you can get front design for $20. So I'm giving you like 3 layers of options of things that you can work with depending on your price point. And that makes it easier for me to have that brand on somebody's chest, and it now becomes a walking marketing campaign.
Yep.
And
marketing.
My profit margin on this $20 t-shirt, my profit, I make about $3 profit.
Check the chat. And Andrew just wrote a big ol' something.
Yeah. So, for merch, I like making clothes because my mom makes clothes and she made me learn at a young age how to sew my own shirts and pants. I love designing. If I made a simple shirt, could those companies mass produce it? Yes, they can. Yeah. So on Printful, if I go back here, if I do new order, I can pick what website I'm ordering for or whatever. I can do test my designs, or I could do a basic order where I can do bulk orders. So test your designs or something that Printful offers where you can get 20% off of your order, 2 orders per month, 3 products per order. But if you do create your order, this is where you can do a bulk order if you want to have inventory. I do not recommend this for inventory if you want to maintain and have inventory. What I recommend if you want to have inventory is you go to this website because you're in Orlando. You need an LLC to register with this company. Why didn't they come up? Did I spell it wrong?
Apparel, Alpha Broader Apparel, full source.
Where is it?
It's right up one. There you go.
Did they change their name?
Mm.
That's weird. Yeah, they changed their name to Full Source. Okay, whatever. But so this doesn't look right.
Try copying the name and then doing the search one more time.
Yeah, I could have swore that's what I put in there.
Because it might be that Full Source is like a mega company that outsources to all the.
Or did they change their name to SNS Active? Yeah, here it is. Okay. So this is the distribution company. Well, they're not.
Oh, it is SS Activewear. Yep.
Oh, so they've changed their name to SS Activewear. Okay, whatever. So you have to have an LLC to register with this company you have to register as a business. Oh my God. You have to register as a business, and then you can come here and you can go. So I'm not going to log in because I honestly don't remember I'll log in. But you won't really see prices until you log in. But you come here. Oh, they do have prices now. Let's go to whatever. We can just look at these. But you go here, and now you can just order shirts in bulk. So here's the Gildan. So the Gildan heavyweight is different from the one that y'all saw, but I can show you. It's probably not going to show the price.
Yeah. Yeah. Because they have a billion of them. So
yeah. So this one's starting at $14 for the long sleeve. On Printful, this will be $25, but here it's $14.60. Mm-hmm. So if you're buying in bulk, I recommend you sign up with Alpha Broader, but you got to have an LLC to sign up for them, or you have to have some business entity. You come here, you order your shirts in bulk, and then you go pick them up from the warehouse, and then you find somebody who has the printing capabilities, in which there's a lot of companies that have printing capabilities. So there's Speedy Longwood out in Longwood, Florida. Mm-hmm. There's a whole bunch of printing companies here, and you can just ask them, hey, if I bring you the T-shirts, how much do you charge me to print? And they'll be like, oh, it'll be about $5 to $7 a T-shirt. So you bought 24 T-shirts at $2 each, and then you just pay $5 to $7 to print on them. You're looking at about $10 a T-shirt instead of doing
$25 a T-shirt.
20 you know,
ish.
Your profit margin is much higher. Mm-hmm. So if you know you're going on tour, you might go ahead and order.
That's what we used to do.
100 T-shirts and get them printed on, and then sell them at $40 instead of ordering bulk through Printful.
He's true. But you definitely need to. Speedy Longwoods is a wild name.
Yeah, no, but Speedy has very cheap prices. I highly recommend Speedy Longwood. So there's Speedy's printing somewhere else in Orlando, but their prices are double.
Really?
Speedy Longwood. Longwoods. And it's Longwood because he's in Longwood, Florida.
Speedy Longwoods.
We need all my
fucking name.
We need all my homies Nike Tech. So those are, I mean, there is no demand for them. So, and then if I put them on Printful, those are going to be very expensive because they do have you can do Nike and Adidas on Printful, but since it is the name brand like Adidas, it's like $40 just to like have them print on it.
Yeah.
Because they got to buy it.
Damn. This is the kind of shit that you have to do if you're an artist, by the way.
Yeah,
like if you're prepared, like I had to do all this shit when I was like getting ready to go on tour, and we had to buy all the merch and like get all the costs and figure out how to do all this so that way we did have inventory. We were incredibly fortunate that halfway through the tour, the lead singer, the bass player, and the vocal, and the other guitar player, who were all females and like good looking, and our drummer's mom came out to a show, and she was like, I'm going to teach you guys how to sling merch because you're obviously fucking clueless. And then she taught them how to like take a shirt, throw it over their shoulder, and then go flirt. And we managed to sell out all of our merch.
Yep.
Break even on our tour. But we had to figure all that shit out, and we had to put money into it. So
yeah, I picked up a shift one time at the social, like doing merch. I don't know why I did. I think I was just like, let me see.
Try it out.
Yeah, let me see. I sold so much of their merch.
Yeah.
And it's so easy. It's like, because I'm sitting right there, they're performing, people coming over to the table. Oh, what do you got the size? And yeah, I got it. Here it is. Like, oh, you want that? No, we got this. We got this here. All you got to do is have fun.
Yeah, it's true.
When you're at your show, because the audience is already having fun, and a lot of it is impulse buying.
Right.
They want to take something tangible.
So then the next thing that's really interesting about that is that something that I heard from somebody, so I enforced it in my band, is that we would take all the shirts as they came in, because they usually come in like the pile where it's like extra large, medium, small, whatever, and you end up with just a fucking mess of shit everywhere. So I was like, we go through, we fold them nicely, and then we wrap them with masking tape, and we mark what size it is.
We used to wrap it with our logo on the brand, and they would have the size on it.
Size, yeah.
So it came gift wrapped.
Yep. And so you immediately have like a medium, boom, boom, like that.
And we would wrap them in a circle, so it's easier to put them in a box.
Right.
And just easier to count.
Yep. Easier to count. Yep. And
color
so that
codes.
way you could, no, it was a good system because people want merch immediately. They don't want you searching through a box.
Honestly, when you start shifting over to the business side of music, it's a lot of fun, and it's also a lot of headache. But I don't know, maybe because I like business, so maybe that was what it was for me. And I mean, I'm still heavily in the music business side with everything that I'm doing. And I mean, I'm constantly doing this and trying to figure out ways to market and to sell and to make profit, or figure out how to get my brand to a certain level so that way it starts selling itself, because that's the real goal.
Yeah.
Is get your brand so noticeable that everybody's like, why is everybody wearing that? I want one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, where can I find it?
Supreme.
Like North Face jackets.
Yeah.
Are they good jackets? Nobody knows.
Just fucking jackets.
Everybody has one though.
Yep.
So everybody's like, oh, it's cold. I think I need to go get me a North Face.
Yeah.
And it's like, where'd you hear that from? They didn't hear it anywhere. They just saw everybody with a North Face jacket on.
It's true. That's why if you go to like, I mean, obviously New York, everybody has the black puffy with the Canadian Goose Down emblem on it. It's like everybody has a black puffy jacket. Everybody.
Ralph says, if you go to swap meets or flea markets, they will have booths that sell pro club shirts. That's just as good as Gildan, if not better. Gildan is probably some of the worst t-shirts you can get unless you get a particular style of Gildan. Yeah. The Gildan basic t-shirt is terrible. You can get those in Walmart for $5. So you don't even have to go to Alpha Broader. You can go to Walmart. I think they're $7 now, but you can go to Walmart and get them for $7. Same with a couple other t-shirts. So if you don't want to go to Alpha Broader, you don't have that around you, go to Walmart and check out, or Target, and check out their basic plain t-shirts, and you can buy those in bulk. You can maybe even go to the Target website. At least you can go in and touch it, feel it, see what the material's like.
Yeah.
But Gildan, the basic Gildan t-shirt shrinks. It loses color quickly. They're very stiff. They're not form-fitting and a whole bunch of stuff. None of my t-shirts are Gildan, by the way. I never use Gildan as a t-shirt that I print on. I like to have quality t-shirts, so when you buy it, you're actually amazed by the quality that you receive, and you're like, damn, I might want to buy another one. Which, when I had my John Q and Friends shirt, people were buying 4 at a time because they were like, because I used the brand Next Level, which is a really good brand, and everybody was like, all the men were like, damn, I like this is kind of like how they fit. Like if you guys see me wear t-shirts like this is how they fit. They're very nice fitting, where they're kind of loose but also fitting on the chest and everything. So there was people buying 4 t-shirts at a time.
Because they were like, I just want to have.
I need this in different colors because I can wear this all week.
Yeah. Boom.
Nandrum says, if I ever blow up, I'm going to tell him $25 for a back rub. That's 1 minute and 45 seconds and $30 for a full 2 minutes, but $50 for me to burp you and for 30 seconds. And if you're a man, it's triple the price. So you're starting to OnlyFans when you blow up.
Basically.
Yeah, a prostitution thing.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically.
The brand Cookies, they sold so much merch. People were like, who the fuck is this? Then they started selling weed. People were like, oh, I get it now.
It's good.
Yeah, I've seen the Cookies t-shirts and stuff, and I was like, who are they? I thought it was Cookie Monster. I thought it was a Sesame Street, like, because I think the shirts were originally blue, and it said Cookies.
Perfect.
So that's another thing with selling merch. Make it very, like, don't bite off of anybody, so because you don't want to get sued, but make it to where it's like it fits a demographic or it fits an audience, and people in that audience are going to agree with it and they're going to want theirs, and then you just snowball from there. Like FUBU. FUBU was for us, by us. I mean, listen to Damon John. Listen to his story. He was like, he was in his room. He always says, he's like, it's so much easier now. But he was like, he was in the room, printing stuff, his mom and blah 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 blah. Now you don't have to do all of that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's business stuff.
That's business stuff here on Consult Q&A.
I can do a whole lecture on this. I think I just did.
You did. That was an entire hour's worth of talking about it. It was quite good. You're going to make a Q&A shirt, but call it G and put it the white guy on the left side of the couch. I'm coming after you.
I mean, do y'all want to see the Q&A merch? Because you guys obviously didn't look, which is very nice, by the way. Because I have all the merch on the All My Homies website. So we can just click on the tab. And there we go. There we have it. And pretty good price points. This is front and back, so it's $30, which is not bad. And this is also, these shirts are very, very nice quality, by the way. But that's why you see every single shirt is this same kind of shirt. And this is an oversized t-shirt, so the sleeves are long, but this is the put it on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt. No.
And then, the hoodie and stuff. I need to renew the All My Homies merch because I think we only got the t-shirt up here. Yeah. And so this is a legacy. This is the Next Level t-shirt. And that was what we used for all the All My Homies shirts, was the Next Level brand. But we do have jackets and hoodies. So we got a windbreaker. The windbreaker is pretty nice. I actually have the windbreaker here. Super thin, but also warm. So breathable. So it's not good for if you're up north at all. But if you're in California, where at night it may get a little chilly.
Yeah.
Or if you're in Arizona at night, it gets a little chilly or something like that. This is something cool to have in the car or whatever. We got women's crop top hoodies. and then just regular hoodie. And so this is stuff for K-Trade, and it says limited edition because this design is only going to be around for K-Trade November. So this design will go away probably in December, and then it'll be back to just a basic like logo one, so you can get that. But this has all the show dates on it, so this would be like the tour brand of a shirt. So it's, see it here, K-Trade, and then it has from when K-Trade started, and then the August was the last one, and then it has the November 15th date. And $44 for a hoodie front and back is not that bad. But I do not make that much money off of these, so business. You don't see any trans shirts. It says unisex. So when you say unisex, do you think you have to specify like?
I mean, you've taken all the sexes and you make it one. So
that's what unisex means, Nandrum. It's all the sexes.
Them shirts.
It can fit the human body, is what it can do.
Them shirts. Oh God, my brain is so fucking done.
Unisex means men or women. I'm not a sex. So you don't have one at all? When were we able to just do that? Be like, I don't have a sex at all.
You know what? I'm none of those things.
Yes, it's your sex now is a social construct.
Yeah, sex is a social construct.
Yeah,
yeah. I'm not playing that game either. I'm a no.
So
sex.
is your gender a social construct, or is sex your sex a social construct?
That's wild talk right there. That's wild talk right there.
You don't have a sex at all. You're you. Oh, America. Nandum said JVS has trans merch. He sells rainbow shop. Jesus Christ. So interesting combos. But yeah, I literally just gave y'all so much sauce.
It's true.
So much fucking sauce that nobody gave me. Do you know how many years I spent figuring this out?
I mean, we live in the future now that you
I
can
know.
just do this shit. But I know that you and I have the same background and like, fuck, we got to find a place.
Yeah.
We got to price out all these things. We have to make the design. Because back then they wouldn't make the design. You had to provide them with the design. Yep.
And then you had to digitize the design.
You had to get it.
Because they wouldn't do it for you. Now they do it for you.
Now you can just put it through their
PNG,
website.
yeah,
literally. Yep.
Oh, man. And it just now it's like, having that resource to be able to like literally just ask me and Alex, or being like me, I'm talking to you, but
no, I got you.
literally just being able to ask us and then we just break it all down. Y'all don't understand how invaluable this information is, and it's crazy how some people, there'll be people who come to me and ask me a question, and the moment I start breaking it all down, they stop listening because it becomes so much information.
Yeah,
and they just they more want to talk about what they want to do rather than listening to how to do it.
Yeah. Yep.
Because they get off to being like, this is what I want to do. And it's like, okay, well, you can do this, and that. Well, this is just what I want to do.
But am I famous yet? Yeah.
And then they'll change the subject before you even fully explain it. And I've learned to not let it, like, I don't care anymore, so I'll just stop. I'll just be like, okay,
you don't want that information.
I'll just be
fine
like,
with me.
Like, all right, well,
Yup.
Then they'll be like, do I need to sign to a record label? I'm like, depends on what you're trying to do and what they're offering. And then I start getting like that to where it's like, do you actually want this information, or are you just talking?
Mm-hmm.
And most people are just talking. Unfortunate.
I think I'm done. My brain.
We were talking about marketing last Thursday. I got a question about it.
What,
All right.
What were we talking about?
I don't marketing. Whew.
Marketing. In
That-
what? When you say last Thursday, it makes me think of mixing class. Were we talking about marketing and mixing class?
Marketing due to algorithms is a never-ending grind.
Find somebody that can handle it. Don't make it yourself.
I mean, I do it all myself.
I identify as Q from now on. I'm John Q.
All right, Ralph.
We talked about what? Refresh me. I don't remember. What were we talking about?
Marketing, like I was saying, is like a never-ending treadmill because what sucks is marketing. Sometimes if you're too ahead, that's bad.
Yep.
If you're too late, that's bad. You got to be right. You got to be in this perfect spot with the marketing and right on trend, but not too on the trend to where you seem played out.
Or chasing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep up with the algorithms now. And then, you got to have money to pay for marketing, or you just got to utilize what the internet is susceptible to, which is women.
Correct.
So if you can find a way to have that work in your favor, and I mean, that's not a jab at anything. It's like that is a literal fact. A woman marketing something is way more, it works way more on the internet than a man marketing something. And what I've been seeing now that's kind of pissing me off with a lot of the way people are marketing their events in Orlando right now, which I think is not working at all. They're doing those old BET commercial Debray, like, hey, what are you doing on your couch? Come out to this event. And I'm like, one person did this and y'all got a nostalgia trip from it. Now everybody's doing it. And it's like, it's not cool.
Yeah.
It doesn't look.
It looks imitated.
Yeah, it looks low budget. And I know you're going off a nostalgia trip, but you got to understand in marketing, when you're chasing a nostalgia trip, it only works one time.
Mm-hmm.
After that, people are like, yeah, that's played out because that's old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've already had my nostalgia kick from it. It's gone now. Before Alex came down, Q said I can bank with oh yeah, that's what I was kind of saying on the stream. Yeah, you can. So, and let me read all what you're saying. You said I could bank with Chase for my business and take out a loan on credit, but then Q said something about interest before we got into other topics. Q said I don't need the money now. I know I can use Meta and other things to push content and staying consistent. I'm just wondering what else you wanted to add to that. I don't remember, but what I was saying, are you asking Alex what else he wanted to add to that? What I was saying.
If he says it, I agree with it. If it's business related, just know that I agree with it. I think we've already made the point that like we come from two different backgrounds of doing the same fucking thing of like, let's take artists and put them out on the road or put them like do shit with artists. So yeah, it's all the same path of like effectively you just do exactly what you said.
Yeah. What I was telling you is that Chase does a new business line of credit. So if you started your LLC or your furnishing company or your publishing company for your publishing side or whatever, which you were saying that you did, if you open up a bank account with Chase, and as long as you have a credit score that is over 650 or 670, you can get a line of credit for your business account. And that line of credit can be up to $20,000 depending on your credit score. And it is a no questions asked line of credit as long as you have that credit score. So if you have 777, you might get $12,000 to $15,000, but it is a line of credit, which lines of credits have an interest rate. So it's pretty much, if you have the account, you'll have your bank account, and then you'll have another account that says zero, but you can go up to $20,000. So pretty much you can borrow against yourself. Mm-hmm. Well, the bank just has money there that anytime you need it, you can be like, hey, I need that 500. And then it's like, you just withdraw it.
Yeah.
Because they just have it floating there for you. And then you got to pay it back with interest, and the interest is usually a little bit lower, but it's Chase, so it's probably going to be 26%, which is high as fuck. But it's Chase. That's why I was like, I don't recommend it because it's Chase.
Yeah.
But it's something to have in a bag. And here's an example of why you might need to have that in a bag. And this is a personal example. So, yeah, 26% is fucking crazy.
Like 23 to 26. Yeah, it's kind of standard, actually.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I think credit unions are at 7 to 10. No,
Really?
7 to 14.
Good for them.
If you can get a credit union line of credit. Because
yeah.
I have, so in my personal life, I do have a line of credit with my credit union, and I think it is 14% or something like that.
Half of what a bank would charge you. Yeah.
But so here's a personal example about when that business line of credit might come in handy. I mean, I would recommend using a little bit of it just to build business credit, so that way you can get a bigger line of credit just in case you need it. But for an example, I am booking K-Trade. Okay, so I'm booking it in different cities. To book venues can cost $2,000 or more or whatever. And that money needs to be paid to lock in the day. And that can be 7 months away. So, if I have this line of credit, I can book out 3 venues and have my tour set up, or like my tour days set up. And that could be $7,000-$8,000 right there. I don't have that money, or I might not want to use my cash flow. So I'll use that line of credit, understanding that I am going to be able to pay that back because that's just a venue deposit. And, with venue deposits, you might get some of that money back. But if you sell enough tickets, you're going to make profit off of that. And it's easy to pay that back. That's just the cost of doing business.
Right.
So, but that's a case where you might need that credit line. Usually use your credit line when you know for a fact you are going to turn profit on when you know you're trying to get money off of your investment. Do not use that credit line if you are not getting money off of that investment. Yeah. If you never get a credit card, you will have a 0% credit, or
you'll have a 500.
Yeah, it's like an immature credit or something like that.
Yeah, you'll have an immature credit.
I think it's like 450, honestly.
It might be, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 450, and it's like you're just super high risk.
Yeah, but also too, they make credit cards. After I trashed my credit, I had to get a credit card that was like for a year I had like a really bad credit card, but it was to rebuild
like a 500 credit line.
Yeah. And you just treat it like a normal.
For a business, it's kind of hard to get that if you're with like Bank of America.
Yeah, you got to have somebody who's actually on it. Yeah.
Yeah. So like with Chase, that's why I'm saying Chase is like, as long as you have a personal credit score, because they won't go by your business credit score, because you're a new business, you don't have a credit score. So they'll give you a line of credit. And then with a line of credit, I think you can still get a credit card that's separate from the line of credit, but it might only have
wants
like
to be in debt. So
you might only have like a 1,000 or 2,000 credit line on that because your business, it's a starting business credit thing.
Yeah.
But you can do it. And there's no like minimum deposit or anything like that when you start opening an account. So I do not recommend using the money unless you're going to get a return on your investment. Treat that money as you giving yourself an advance, because that's what it is. Your business is loaning you money, and you now need to pay your business back with interest.
What he just said.
What if it's for our music? Should I just be spamming content like I'm doing already, or do I risk the loan to market songs and build an audience? I mean, see, this is where it's like I can tell you a whole bunch of different methods, but it doesn't necessarily mean any of them will work. You should spam your content to an extent. Make it creative, blah, 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 blah. That's a whole rabbit hole we can go down. You should pay to promote content that you can receive a return on that investment for. So if it is a tour date, if it's a show date where you're selling tickets, are you selling merchandise? Are you selling the album? Or whatever you're doing, pay like $100 to market an ad for that. And then pay attention to your click rate. If your click rate gets over 45 cents per click, that's a bad ad. Delete the ad. Stop it. You're losing money. You're wasting money. You're not making a return on your investment. You should do what we call, B2C marketing, business to consumer marketing, where you're directly talking to people. You should do the TikTok marketing. You got to get creative with that. Marketing is such a bang your head against the wall to try to figure it out, constant grind. And there really is no right answer. There's just best practices.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to know. So you can bank on yourself. Let's bring my example back, because Nandrum says, okay, so I need to know for sure that I'll get bread. My example where it's like I'm booking these show dates. I currently think I will sell out all those show dates. So I currently am banking on myself to make a return on my investment. Now, there could be a show where, damn, we lost money. But hopefully my other shows could supplement that.
Yeah.
And that's what it's just run your numbers, man. Math is math. Run those numbers. It's literally adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing. That's all the math you need, but you can calculate. But you also need your market research. And when doing market research, you're probably going to take a loss, but at least you're learning something. In market research, I always say use your actual cash on hand for market research. Don't use credit for it. Do what you can afford. What's your plan if you lose money for sure? Keep on going. I've lost.
You're going to lose money for sure.
I lost money on the last Art Blitz. And then I have another Art Blitz coming up. And I tried a different method. And currently, and this is being transparent, so I tried a different method where everybody has to pay to sign up. And so since 15 people paid to sign up, that covered a huge expense. That covered the cost of the prize money that I give out. So I can just X that out. And now all I have to worry about is ticket sales. And for me to break even off of ticket sales, I'll need to sell a total of 35 tickets to be at my even marker. And that's for all my expenses. Last Art Blitz, when I didn't make them pay, I needed to sell 75 tickets to break even.
That's crazy.
I sold 70, 60, 68, 70.
Yeah. Close, but still.
So do you see the huge difference in just changing a method? Now, when I did Art Blitz, I never wanted it to be a registration fee because I wanted it to be open for the community. I wanted everybody to have a chance. I thought people would jump at the opportunity to showcase something, blah, 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 blah. But that didn't work. So I learned something. And then with this Art Blitz, I had 15 people sign up. The last Art Blitz, I had 14 people sign up. And that was free. This one that's paid, I had more talented people sign up.
It's because people know their worth.
Yeah,
pay a little bit for it.
So when you lose money, you pivot and you keep going if you believe in your goal and believe in what you're doing. So like there's another example. I did an event, Flight Freak. I didn't lose money on Flight Freak, but to do it again, I'm like, I have to do something different because what I did before is not going to work. It's too complex.
Yeah.
So I have to figure it out
moving pieces
to make it easier to market and do all of this stuff. And that's why that event has been shelved for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot, man. But that is our time.
Yeah.
Class is over.
The bell has rung.
As
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. That is our time. Next week we can pick up where we left off if you guys are here.
Just remind us.
If you guys come to class, we can always start this conversation.
Yeah. Hope
Because
it's been educational.
Yeah, this is the Consult Q&A show. So ask away. And I'm
gonna see him tomorrow anyway, so whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, but no problem for answering these questions, man, because I thoroughly and really believe in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is my trauma, is because when I was young, I reached out to so many people for help, and nobody gave me a lick of fucking help. And to this day, it really boils, and I remember their names. It pisses me off to this day.
That people who know better should be helping and aren't.
And I wasn't asking for money. I wasn't asking for anything. I was literally asking for time.
Yeah.
Just can you answer a few questions?
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Or the ring around, or like or the gatekeeping. Well, man, just I don't know if you're ready for that, bro. I'm asking you the fucking question.
Yeah.
So, this is my trauma, where I want to be at least. I want to give back a lot of information, because there is no harm in giving this information out at all. And if this information prevents you from spinning your tires for years, I will gladly give you the information, especially from my experience, where there's been times where I spent my tires for maybe 2 years burning out in the same position, trying stupid shit that if I could have a conversation with myself from 10 years ago, from 10 years ago, it would be like, please don't do it.
Yeah.
Here's another idea. Try that. Do this, do that, especially in the times that we were in.
Yeah. I feel like things in like the early teens were a little bit more set. And then the internet happened.
Well, because, I started in the early 2000s when we were burning CDs in the towers and stuff.
Yeah.
But when you got to the teens, CDs were starting to phase out.
I remember.
Yeah. And then, YouTube was a thing. Like, I was doing YouTube videos, but YouTube monetization wasn't a thing.
I was still mastering people's CDs.
Yeah. Yeah. We were still pressing CDs, but you saw the huge drop off with that.
Yeah.
You saw that starting to happen.
It happened. It happened.
Because everybody was like using iTunes or whatever.
Yep.
And you was like, well, there wasn't really any distribution companies to get on them except for CD Baby.
Right. CD Baby.
And I avoided CD Baby because I was like, I didn't want to pay. I think it was like $40 a month or something.
I don't fucking remember.
Baby. And I was like, I didn't, it was like, whatever. I'll still keep peddling CDs. And then I remember when I was still pushing CDs, and every time I was talking, they were like, I don't have a CD player. Or it was like I don't even have a CD player in my car. And I was like, damn, should we move to USBs? So then
I thought about moving to USBs.
It was the stupidest idea.
It was. They were so fucking expensive.
It was dumb as hell. It was like $4 for a USB stick that you're giving away. You're giving away $4. And I think we did that once.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, we lost a lot of
ROI
money.
terrible.
Yeah. And so there was just so many mistakes and so many things that could have been avoided. Like, when it came to doing merch, man, we would do the whole buy in bulk, do the logo and stuff, because at that time you had to.
Yeah.
But Shopify came out 2012.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Why the fuck were we still doing that in 2012?
Because we were young and we didn't know.
All the way up to like 2018.
I did my tour in 2013. So
yeah, Shopify existed.
Jesus.
And it was like, why were we? And it's like, man, if somebody would have told me, hey, why don't you drop ship this stuff, man? Yeah, you won't make that much profit, but at least you'll still have, like, you won't have inventory. Nobody told me about inventory. I had to learn inventory on my own.
Yeah.
Where it was like, damn, we not selling all of this. I spent $5, so then I had to liquidate. Nobody told me what liquidating was. I was just doing liquidation off of just
I'll just make it
off of like,
sense,
damn, I got boxes.
Yeah, I gotta
in
get rid of
here.
these
I gotta get
fucking
rid of these
boxes.
boxes, but I need to make my money back at
Yeah.
least. So now I gotta liquidate to the point to where I make my money back. But then I also want this brand on people. So now I'm giving out free T-shirts, doing all of this stuff, packaging T-shirts with this to try to sell a CD. Oh, here's the CD for $5 and it includes a T-shirt, and then just liquidating to try to make my money back. And that's spinning your tires, man. And I'm like, man, I could have avoided doing that for years.
It's true.
And I did partnership deals with places where it was like, hey, I bring you the T-shirts, you do this. And then it was like, then I had to ship it, then I had to keep up with all of that, and blah, 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 blah. And so many things.
Been getting gatekeeping vibes from people until I've come into knowledge and noticed that the other person at the receiving end of where I was, and I ramble. So you talk to people when you realize you have the knowledge. Is that what you're saying?
I tell them everything I think I can't help, even if I don't fuck with them, because if they better than me with what I tell them, that means I can do my shit much better and learn from that.
That's the process of being a professor is also learning a bunch of stuff. So that's what you're doing. You are teaching somebody else, and in the process, you're learning from it.
Yeah, man. It's what we should do as humans, though, man. You pass on knowledge.
Yeah.
Like I know we gotta go, but I have stopped. And one thing you will learn is stop giving knowledge to people who don't want it.
Right. Unfortunately, they pay us to give knowledge to people who don't want it. So there's a difference between what we do, but we sit here and like you ask questions and we're answering your questions. You're engaged in this just as much as we are. So we will give you that knowledge.
But there will be situations where somebody like I was saying before, like some people just want to talk about their ideas. They don't want the help, or they don't want your perspective, or they don't want what you did or your story. They just want to talk about their ideas. Or some people they don't give a fuck because they are so, which is fine. They are so gung-ho on believing in that path that they just want to talk about it. And that's fine. There's so many people who I've given unsolicited advice to that obviously they didn't listen because the advice was unsolicited. Now I ask. I'm like, hey, do you want my professional opinion, or do you want my advice,
or do you want to just talk to me,
or do you want my perspective?
Right.
Now I ask, and then there's other times where I just listen and just be like, all right, bro.
Yeah, there's this guy in our class that he just comes into class and falls asleep, and then he sleep talks. So like everyone will start laughing, and then like 5 seconds later he'll be like, ha! And I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
No, it's interesting, man. Like, there's a lot of starry-eyed kids it's amazing to me how much they don't know,
dude.
About the industry side. Like, it's so like, I'm like, where did you guys get these stars in your eyes? But then I'm like, I gotta try to remember what it was like.
When we are done with this stream, I'm gonna tell you some hilarious shit I heard today.
I try to tell them early, like, when I was in DAW, I tried to tell people, I'm like, I don't think y'all. I'm trying to ease y'all into this.
I'm gonna let it happen. What's crazy is that typically when you get a student in and you can see that they have a little bit more understanding of what's going on, typically they're not as starry-eyed. They're more understanding that this is going to be work and they're going to put in the work and that they need to know all of this shit. I think Nandrum has come a long way.
Oh yeah, he has, definitely.
I think he's changed the attitude of like, I'm going to be awesome to I'm going to work. And now he's putting in the work, and it's refreshing to see.
Yeah. And there are some that really do put in the work, and there's some who are just like, I just want to work in a studio. And I'm like, I've told you 5,000 times, that's dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how many other ways I can tell you that. Yeah, you can get a job in a studio, but man, it's better to start your own financially.
Yeah.
But then it's like you got to think about, do you want to run it out of your house? You want these strange people coming to your house, or do you want to pay to have an office space and blah, 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 blah? This is stuff you need to think about, because working at somebody else's studio is just like being in somebody else's barbershop. You can do it, but the studios are so... It's like being in somebody else's barbershop if barbershops were rare.
That's it.
And it's like now you're competing with 1 million barbers to get in that one barbershop chair.
Mm-hmm.
And you have like 1 month to prove yourself. Let's watch TikTok food videos. Maybe on one of our streams.
Maybe
just like today, where we went businessy. You never know where this is going to go. I think last stream we watched movie trailers a little bit.
Yeah. You never know what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it's the new age of the Consult Q&A show. We should have, like I said, I think we're going to start having guests in December.
Yeah. We listened to a song tonight.
Yeah.
And it was good. It was so good that we really didn't even need to give advice on it.
Do we even get another submission?
Probably not.
We did.
Oh, I wish people would say something.
Somebody named Davy Jones.
Yeah, Davy Jones. That seems like a Ralph thing.
Yeah.
What's the
Davy Jones 1 2 3 4? Yes.
Yeah.
It's a pirate flag as a thing. Yeah, but I think this is cool because I don't know. I feel like this is a little bit. I feel like this is better.
Yes.
I just feel better.
Yeah.
Even though our numbers are where they are, I see a light.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We're in the transition period right now.
Yeah, and when we get this guest, because Petra Lane is going to end up being a guest. Me and him have already talked.
Fantastic.
So that's going to be cool. I know Shamar Alion wants to come on the show, who is a TikTok. You guys have probably seen his videos. He's always viral. He makes all his money from TikTok.
Really?
Yep.
Good for him.
So
that's amazing.
he might come on, and all he does is piss people off on TikTok.
Okay.
And he will come on here and tell you like that is what he does. And because that's what gets the most reaction, he'll break that down.
That's wild.
There's a bunch of other people that I can like reach out to who don't necessarily like Jari's down to come back on.
Okay.
Paul Marie was saying that he'll pop back on. There's a bunch of people who are like will come back on, and it'll be more like
to fucking Ralph LMFAO who submitted that. I wonder.
Yeah, it was him.
I wonder. All right,
we're getting out of here. It's 11:30.
See you guys.
Bookmark this stream. It is up on YouTube the moment we hit stop. But all right.
Tell Davy Jones good night. Davy Jones theme.
But I think I got something in the repost that I can play our way out of here if this will load. Oh, yeah, I did upload all the K-Trade sets on SoundCloud.
Nice. My battery's gonna die. Hurry up.
All these are so good.
But they're all so good. I'm gonna close this and then I'm gonna open it again. I want to see how many people are.
Yeah, let's do this one. All right, y'all.
This says we have 7 people.
Yeah, we were at, and mine says 9. All right, y'all. We'll catch you guys next week.
Thanks for hanging out.
We'll see y'all on the flip side.
Stop what you're doing now, baby. Tell them feelings keep quiet. Both understand it already. Nostalgia, I want it. Ready to win you over. Baby, I'm far from sober. Way up and you're the drug. Yeah. I wanna try some more. I wanna work some more. I wanna try some jamming out after having some fun. You caught another in my arms and it caught you a bud. Then again, we ain't so tough, you see. Can't get over you.